All right, everybody, welcome to episode 106 of Fourever Rivals. How are we all going, chat? Liam, not chat, panel first. Liam.
Yeah, look, mate, it's been a busy week, to be honest. Yeah, lots happening. Yeah, apologies to you guys. Apologies to the chat. I might not be at my best tonight. I'm actually not too prepared for once. So we'll see what happens. Strange things may happen. I know Manny's going to be excited for what's coming at the end of the show, though. How are you going, mate?
Yeah, good evening, Liam. Yeah, look, sounds like you're not prepared like your team, my friend. Even 24 points that I gave you wasn't enough, but it did make it an interesting game for you. And look, credit to the Tigers. I think they're definitely 5-6 years away from playing finals football. But at the moment, just sit back and relax and just have a bit of fun like the Bombers are. So, Marco, how you going there, buddy? All right?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Manny. Good. Thanks, mate. Good evening, boys, and the chat. Yeah, looking forward to this evening's show, mate. So, yeah, cannot wait for it.
Excellent, man. And we got the
How you going, Rocco? Nobody ever asked you how you're going.
Yeah.
That's all right. You know me. I'm going all right, man. I just push along, man. First day back at work today. So after 7 weeks, it was a bit depressing, but we got through the first day, and now we are just steamed through to the next set of holidays. Yeah, it's one holiday to the next. That's how we go to work. One holiday to the next, man. That's all it's about. So it's been good. It's been good. As I said, the chat already started. Big. Now, usually it's Sammy Taylor. He's always the first one to comment on all our shows. He's the first one, always at the top of the list. Go Carlton Blues Saturday night. But this week, Enzo got in before everybody. He got in at 7:06. But a member for 27 months. Enzo is a star. I love Enzo. And we'll be getting Enzo soon back on the jumper punch. But burn, baby, burn. Carlton Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Rocker and Rivals. And, of course, my second family, the chat. Well, actually, my first family, really. Enzo spends all his time on this, and we love him. Thanks, mate. And, of course, we got Blues will win their 6th and 7th match this week. Yeah, should be 6 or 7 in a row. And they got Roccomoto, of course, all the way from Perth. And Jay and AI. I love AI. And so if you watched the banter on Monday, we had the tier rating of all the chocolates. And Rocco Moro thinks the Moro bar should be S tier. Well, my friend, we put it in the dog. No, I think we put it in about E. I don't know about the Moro bar. I don't know. It's always the one you eat last, man.
To be fair, it's named after him, so he's going to have a bit of a pull towards it, isn't he?
He's very biased to that. He's very biased to the Moro oil. He's very biased to everything Moro. But I still reckon he's a bot because he's just been trolling the chat. Now, we love the Moro family. And who else we got here? Chris, good day, lads. Love my Wednesdays. We love it too. I love this. Red MGF. Did Essendon Sugar hit start yet? No, mate. I think as they were about to put the sugar in, they tripped and the sugar fell over, and there's no sugar hit for them, mate. No sugar hit. What do we got here? Rocco, you already put Marco under the microscope regarding Essendon and James Hird. We will be talking about James Hird, and what do you think about Joe Adamo's his thoughts? Joe Adamo is another Carl man who does one of the shows, and he said that he would prefer James Hird over Longmire. But remember about clickbait. He knows exactly what they're doing. When they clip that, he was talking about if he had a choice for Essendon, right, he would choose thing. It wasn't about Carlton, so that's what it is. But there's there's some new things coming out about Herd, so we'll talk about that later. Of course, our favourite, Lana and Joe and Beer. Beer batter gummy bear just meta cook some meta chili cocaine and meta delicious.
No, chili con carne. Chili con carne.
All right, there you go. That's
It's
why
a
I've got
dish.
you
It's a
guys
dish.
here. The drafting king.
Okay, mate,
Drafting. Mark looks like he's aged 10 years. Yeah,
Whoa.
man.
Hey, Rocco, when you said chili con carne, Mark got excited all of a sudden. Hang on, this might be the new dish for the Bombers.
Yeah, that's it. We got Frankie. We got a good crowd in there. We got keep on rolling. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Anya Enzo. Oh, we got a question already. Question, Rocco. Is Manny your boss at work?
Oh.
Shut up. I give him beatings if he even tries to fucking talk to me. Like, he comes up to me, please, can you do this for me, Rocco? So Manny works in one department and I work in another department, and we kind of work together. But yeah, he does. He can determine if my day is going to be easy or hard. Yes, he can.
He's your boss.
No, we won't say that.
I don't think he's a boss, but he definitely he can organise if my day is going to be easy or hard. So he's in charge of the train scheduling, kind of, in a way. Is that correct, Manny?
That's right.
Yeah.
I can either make your day an exciting day, or I can make your day a tough day. So, but that's the job. You got to run trains. That's all we got to do. We got to run trains.
Rocco, I made a ladder prediction and we finished fourth. Fucking Luke Foligno, he's been on this bandwagon for ages, man. He hasn't washed his hand. We went to training yesterday and he got to shake Haywood's hand and Billy Wilson all the way from Rosebud. So yeah, we had a good day yesterday. All right, you know what? We're going to get into some of this stuff. We'll go in the chat. But, mate, I'm telling you, I love this chat. This is the best part about the Jumper Punch now is just the family of the chat. The chat is just fantastic, man. We just have a ball. Monday nights now has become one of my favorites. We just talk about last week we did the chocolate tier. Next week we're going to do the which is the best biscuit, and everyone in the chat went basic. So thank you to everyone in the chat. Usual stars. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, which I'm sure you all do. Let's get into some of this before we go on. Of course, Top Dog Liquor, mate. I'm telling you, you want good alcohol, you go down to Top Dog Liquor. You go down there. You're probably asking, where can I go to Top Dog Liquor? Well, let me tell you. This is where you can go.
Boozy and bold, Top Dog Liquor. Boozy and bold, top deals, top booze. We have everything you choose. Iron Bar, Keys, Coach, Strathdale, White Hills. Top Dog Liquor. Get a little punch.
Get a little punch.
Get a little punch. Get a little punch. Yeah, so make sure you just out there. Go and see Lyndon at his pub, the British and American in Bendigo. Sorry, guys. He's a top bloke, man. Top man. And if you like boxing, right, get onto his shows. Just looked up Lyndon with the what is it? It's boxing. It's boxing. What is it? I'm gonna have to look at this so I can get it right. I watch his channels. If you like anything boxing, make sure. Oh, so you got walking boxing. These main channels is called Boxing Deep Dive. Get down there, subscribe, and if you like anything boxing and that, man, the bloke is an Olympian, man. He knows what he's talking about, and his boxing channel goes off. So make sure you do that. What do we got here? Just what do we got here? I saw one here. Oh, here we go. Paul, Collingwood supporter. I hope we play Collingwood. If we play Collingwood in the finals this year, I'm telling you, they'll break the rafters, man. They'll break the rafters. If there's a Carlton Collingwood final in any, and the way we're playing, there's a chance we could finish in that lower part of the ladder. There could be a chance. Imagine Imagine us two in that wild card fucking game.
Yeah. That'd be
Far
it'd be nice to see.
that would be, I'm telling you now, the biggest final in the last 30 years. I don't care. Grand
The
finals.
Yeah.
Huh?
The AFL would be praying for something like that, wouldn't they?
Oh,
Just
they
to-
would love it. That would be the
even
biggest
though you'd be making
final.
up numbers, you'd be
Yeah.
making up numbers, but the AFL want that to happen 100%.
We're making up numbers, but we're probably two of the informed sides in the competition. So yeah, so we'll be playing really well. If we make that, it'll be the biggest final. I'm telling you now, even grand finals. Anything, it's the biggest.
yeah.
Come to go into a grand final. It's into a final. Fucking hell, I don't think you'll be able to get tickets.
No, forget it.
It'll be sick.
Forget it.
And one more before we go on.
Those tickets are going to be worth. They're going to be worth a mint.
I'm telling you, it'll be huge, man.
If the AFL wants to make a year's profit just in one game,
In one game, I know.
they'll do it. Believe me.
What do we got here? A bit of soccer, Bosnia. I hope Bosnia dispose of the USA. I think everyone wants the USA to
Pretty much.
tumble over, don't they? Fucking
Yeah.
arrogant people they are.
Yeah.
And one more thing before we go on. Johnny fucking Holden was a ripper last night on the show. Johnny fucking Holden. We love Johnny Holden. It was a good show last night. So if you haven't done, catch up with that. All right, listen, guys. I think we're here to talk. There's some things here I want to discuss, right? Listen. Fourever Footy. We're here talking about the issues. Listen. Umpiring has been against shithouse. There's been some shit decisions, but the one I want to talk about now is what I've heard for next year is going to make me sick, right? And it's almost going to turn me off the game, right? Because this is ridiculous. So let's have a look at this, chat and everyone. So for next year, 6 definitions to classify contact training. So what they're talking about is limiting contact during training now to stop head injuries and that. So non-contact drills, warm-up drills, lane work, controlled contact drills, wrestling, match simulation and controlled contact, full contact for small-sided games, 9-on-9 handball, high density, full contact. So what they want to do is limit the number of minutes that you can do full contact in training to get you ready, and so make sure there's no injury. So I've got something here. Training at AFL clubs are about to change forever. It's understood the league has locked in contact training limits for the upcoming men's preseason, telling club CEOs this week to expect more details at the end of July, right? A contact training consultation group will soon be formed to determine how many hours per week a club can implement contact drills. The group will consist of a club, AFL and AFLPA staff. Former Hawthorn and Cohen fitness guru Andrew Russell told SEN on Channel 7 and Channel 7 on Wednesday evening that the clubs average around 30 minutes contact work per week in season, and around 2 hours per week in summer. A fitness boss at the AFL club who spoke on the conditioning of a lot of anonymity said that the biggest weeks across the summer saw around 4 hours of contact work. So they're saying now in April, the NRL informed the clubs there will be no more than 115 minutes of full contact training per week, and that's all they will be permitted. The AFL has introduced a mandate across all 18 teams following recommendations by the coroner in 2023. All right, so that's kind of basically what they are going to be doing. So what do you think, guys? And I'll get the chat involved in this, man. So, yeah, so basically they are going to be, limiting the contact, soon. There'll be, once they start, when they open up a can of worms, once they start, there'll be less and less. Soon it's going to be touch football. Like indoor football, where all you got to do is touch them and then you get caught. That's what's going to happen soon.
It's going to
Because
be
if they're
interesting.
stuck at here at training, we are done.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how they monitor it as well. So, you know, is there going to be somebody out there supervising this to see if teams are doing it more or less? That's going to be pretty interesting. And also, is it because of the concussion? Is it to protect the head? Is that why we're not doing this contact?
That's the main reason.
That's the main reason. So it's not about the injury side of things. It's more about their head high tackles or concussion.
They don't give a fuck about injuries. I mean, they care. I suppose they care about players not being out there because you want your stars to be out there. You know what I mean? But why are they doing all those other rules in trying to make the game faster, and then you're getting more injuries during the year, more of that, you know, hamstrings and that. So they don't really care about that. Let's be honest, right? And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? But let's be honest. They just care about not getting sued, right? So they care about head injuries. Now, don't get me wrong, right? That whatever is safer for the players, I get it, right? But how is this getting them ready for the season? I want to know how many head injuries there's been during training.
Well, I'd like to know how you're going to avoid an injury in a game. You can't. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I mean, you know, the way they go, it's just basically telling you that you can do certain things when you go out there to train. But we all know that it's a contact sport. 90% is contact sport. So how are you going to train for that? How are you going to prepare for that? And but it's still, what's going to happen at the end? You can't guarantee any team, or you can't guarantee that no player is not going to get injured. Yeah, this is their way of spending money the wrong way. Yeah, completely spending money the wrong way. They've got other bigger problems they can fix, or start to fix, or start to repair. But now this is that big brother to spy on. And who says that example what happens indoors? Yeah. If there's a confidential contract where players sign and they can't disclose any information whatsoever, then who's gonna monitor that? So how are they gonna this is
I don't know. It's actually, I didn't think about that. Mark brought it up. I didn't think about how they're going to monitor it. So there'll be, what they'll probably do is they'll have, like, you know, surprise people. You know, they can walk in whenever they want and spy on you and see if you're doing the right thing, just like a
Randoms.
fine. Random, yeah. Just I think
Yeah,
that's there's no way they can put a person every training session watching everything, timing everything. I don't think they can do that. But and then they'll get heavily fined if they find. What happens if they do 1 minute over? Like if they just do 1 minute over, like they said 115 for NRL, just say they say 100, you know, like 30, 40 minutes of contact, right? And then they go 31. Do you get fined? Or do you get a warning? Do you get a warning like the 666 rule for the next 6 years? Like, I don't know, man. Like, what is going on? What is going on, Liam?
All right. Yeah, I know a fair bit about this because I did do some research on this way back when, not too long ago, actually, for uni. And it was actually the NRL was kind of where I first heard about this. We discussed it in class one day. NRL have just introduced pretty much the same but different as this. And I had a couple of initial thoughts when I first saw it. I was like, okay, I get why we're doing it, but I don't know how that's actually going to help you not get a concussion. Because like I've said with injuries, it's like the same thing with concussion. A concussion can happen anywhere. Like, how is doing it less gonna decrease your, like, maybe what, like in that 20 minutes that you don't train, you're not going to get concussed, but in that 100 minutes that you still train, you can still get concussed. So that's one thing. Mark, you spot on, mate. You did bring up a really good point, which is my other thing. I was like, how are they actually going to police it? Like, yeah, like you said, like, is it just going to be the mystery shopper? Like, can I go down and watch Richmond and dob them in and be like, hey, nah, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true.
You're not doing the right thing.
Going down there, timing the training. That's true.
That's what I mean. But some practical stuff. As I did some research, this is the reason that they're doing this is a preventative measure. So in terms of trying to fix concussion, it's not necessarily just trying to avoid lawsuits or anything. It's looking at it holistically. And the problem that I've found with a lot of sporting leagues is they act reactively. It's once the concussion happens, then it's like, oh shit, now we've got to do something. This is a preventative measure. Now I know you're probably thinking why, but that's why. It's to prevent concussions happening. The example that kind of made sense to me, and we're just talking about boxing. Like if you're boxing and you're getting hit in the head over and over, it's probably not going to do you good. So the less that you do it, the less impact that it's going to have on you. I'm thinking that's their sort of reasoning behind this. And while I think it is a bit of a flawed system, mainly the policing part, like how they're going to do it. I do think there is some merit to it. I do get why everyone's going off about it being all woke and all that. I get that, but I actually don't mind it. I'd rather see them put a preventative measure in place like this than something worse happening after the fact. So that's my little point of view.
Yeah, well, they did have an episode, I think it was a few nights ago, that I watched with what happens with concussion, with the brain damage or disease that some players get after they play. And only 2 or 3 years after they've actually finished playing football. I think it was on a West Coast player, Hunter, committed suicide, and there was a young fella that didn't make it to the AFL, but he was concussed as a younger kid. And, he actually committed suicide as well. So they had some kind of a brain disease that was occurring from head-high tackles. And they also did mention that possibly they might even start stopping contact training for under 18-year-olds. So anyone that's under 18, no contact to the head while training until they turn 18, I guess, and they've got more of a, authorization to sign some clause to say that if anything happens after the fact of playing football or whatever the case may be, that they're not liable for it. So as we do know, these days now, kids are getting younger. The boys are getting bigger at 15 and 16 years old. My nephew plays under 14s, and some of the kids that I see that are playing, mate, they've got hair on them. They're built like brick shit houses, and there's a lot more contact to the head that I've noticed in junior football. So it is a concern in that case where it's affecting the brain in the later future, and it's causing some personal issues as well. So something that they really need to look at, I think, as well.
I think I agree with AI here. It's over liability and litigation. That's all this is about, right? They don't give a shit, right? They care about the bottom. I'm telling you now, they do not give a shit. Mate, clip this, do whatever you want. AFL clubs do not really care. They just care about the bottom dollar, right? At the end of the day, this is ridiculous. This is a contact sport, right? They're already trying everything. So they really care about players, but yet they're trying to make the game as fast as possible, right? How about we left it like it was before, right? Why are we making it so quick? Players are getting quicker, getting more on the interchange bench. They're coming on full blast for 5-10 minutes. Then they're going back off again, getting another player who's running full blast into it. I can understand head contact in a game, right? And they've already, come down on high head contact. I get that. But during training, I want to see where the statistics show me that there's head injuries during training. How many head injuries are during training? So we're going to get now. Remember the old saying, you train like you play. What's happening now? So you're going to get out there. You're going to touch each other. It's already a train. I went to training the other day. It's already, there's hardly any contact. Even when they're doing their drills, for example, they'll do a drill where the forwards, one man will be on them. Someone will get the ball from the middle, kick it. Guy leads, takes the mark, right? So the two who are fighting in the goal square, once he gets around, he lets him go. He doesn't keep going at him, right? He just lets him go. Like it's a little bit of a tussle, then bang, he lets him go, It's already not there. Now what are we going to do? So now they're going to be hardly any contact, and then we're going to go into a game and go bang. Not even ready for it. Like, I don't
No.
get it. How many head injuries have there been during training?
Well, that's what I mean. That is the other point that I didn't make earlier. Is you're right. Because that was the initial thought when I first heard about it. I was like, if we're training less, how are they actually going to prepare for a game when it happens? Like in terms of taking a bump or riding a tackle,
Learning
if
how
you're
to
doing it
roll a
less.
bump.
I get why you're doing it to prevent it, but I also think if you're not prepared to deal with it, I don't know. But then back to old mate AI's comment. It's I get that they've done studies, and I do agree to a point. But their hand has almost been forced by things to implement these rules and these strategies around it because of maybe liability or lawsuits, as Rocco said. I do understand that, but the thing is like we know football's a contact sport, and players still go in knowing this is a risk. I know if I go play football, I can get concussed. So I as much as you can say, oh, but they've done the research. It's like, everyone knows that there's research done. We all know concussion's bad. We all know what can happen. But it's like anything. I mean, maybe going a bit far here, but it's like smoking as well, isn't it? Like we all know smoking's bad, but people still go do it, right?
You choose to go and do it.
You know what I mean? So, and I think it's the same with this. It's, if I choose to go play football, I know I can get hurt, and I know, like, I'll get CTE or I can have all these, whatever, but they still choose to do it. So I don't know. But as I've said, I feel like I'm probably the odd one out here. I think that it's a good thing. I do think it's a unique strategy in handling concussion management, holistic approach. That's where I stand.
Yeah. First of all, it's Alexandro. I know it's Alexandro, but he even admits that I prefer to call him AI. So I guess I'm AI now. So that's your nickname from now on, mate.
Alexandro's a good name.
Listen, I want the players to be safe. Right, I know, and maybe you're like limited in like someone said that in soccer, their kids under 14 are banned from heading the ball. They can't head the ball. You know what I mean? So until they get over the 14 mark. So I get it, and there's already in underage you can't tackle and all that. I get it, but training for the elite sport, I don't get it in training. I've never. How many concussions have you heard in training?
Yeah, look, I think we can sit here and talk about this till the cows come home. But the reality is, it's like anything, isn't it? I mean, when you work for a company, there's a duty of care and there's a responsibility, and we understand that the AFL is thinking, you know what, this is big, and this is something that we need to look at and we need to show. I think it's more about we have to show that we're doing something about it. That's all it is. And I go back to what you said, Rocco. They don't give a shit about whether it's all about whether we're going to get sued and we're going to lose money, and we've got to show that we're doing something to make things better. And to me, it doesn't make sense, because if I'm a coach and I want to take my players out and do something where I want to see who's going to go in there, because it's like anything, isn't it? If you see all of a sudden you've got 5-6 players that you want to choose a couple out of that group to play on the weekend, you're going to look at those two who are going to go in hard, the ones that are going to put in 100%. Yeah. Now, how the hell are they going to do that when all of a sudden they think, oh, hang on, I can't do this now, or I can't do that? I think
changing the game.
Yeah, of course
it's changing the game.
Of course it is.
It's changing the game. This is changing the game. And they're already, remember I said a while back, one day the mark will be gone too. You watch, one day the mark will be, the big mark will be gone. They'll stop doing it because someone will get injured in the back of the head. They'll go, all right, you know what I mean? You can't jump onto their shoulders or something. They'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing it. I reckon Red MGF, here's an idea. Just let the teams play online from now on. No contact. Each player gets a joystick and a keyboard. It's pretty much going to be that. It's pretty much going to be that. We're losing the fabric of the game. And as I said, if they really care, why are they trying to make the game so fast?
Yeah.
Why are they
That's
trying?
right.
Why are they taking away the breaks? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's no more boundary throw-ins, bang, out. You know, you kick it in, you go straight away. They ball it up. You've only got 8 seconds to kick the ball. They're just pushing the players to extreme just to entertain us.
Yeah.
Are you, remember in the Gladiators, are you entertained? Are you entertained now? You know, they want to see blood and that. But then this is about, mate, I'm still going to say this is about not getting sued. This is what this is about. This is about, and then they got something to do when they go, because they're getting sued now. I don't like it. I don't like it. The game's getting changed too much. I can understand if they want to do something during the game, but during training, someone said it before, the AFL, they just, you know, Andrew Dillon and Laura Kane and Greg Swan should all be sacked. They have been the worst administrators ever in the history of this game. They have been disgusting. The rules have changed too much. Umpiring, no one knows what's going on. Now they're doing this sort of stuff. Don't they understand? Once they do these changes, you open up a can of worms. They're changing the game. Who are you? I would say, who are you to change this great game? Who are you? You're nothing. You're zero. You've come. You've been given this position. Why you should not have this sort of power to change this game, right? This great game, mate. Like seriously, man, this is a joke, man. I'm telling you, it's putting a lot of people off, and they're lucky they got such a great game, that they still get views, they still get rights. They still get, you know, people going to the games, no matter how much they try to ruin it. They're so lucky. I mean, think about Andrew Dillon. He got the best job in the world. All he had to do was sit there and shut up. That's all he had to do. Right now, they're coming up with this. I don't like it. I want to see the studies on, and there probably is. Probably someone will show me the studies, but I want to see studies on during training. I want to see it. I don't get how that prepares you. Sorry. I can't agree with it. I get what you're saying, Liam, but I can't agree with it. I can't agree with it.
You know what? Maybe evolution, Rocco. Maybe, you know, we're us older guys generation, it's going to maybe just change in the next 20 or 30 years. Maybe it will be a non-contact sport, you know. God knows what's going to happen in 30 or 40 years' time when we're not around. It might be a game that's no contact, and you're still going to get people following the AFL, the new generation coming through. So,
always, because it's, first of all, it's the biggest game in Australia, right? Right?
Yep.
It's the biggest game. And second of all, it's a great game. I said it last night. It's the best game in the world. I know you watch soccer, and at the moment, soccer is the biggest game in the world. I get that. I get it. And it is. Like, no one can do what soccer does for the World Cup. No one can do it, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the game itself, like, it's the best game in the world, mate. So they're always going to get numbers, and they know this. They know this, right? So they'll keep changing it, doing whatever they want. They're ruining the game. In the last few years, and you know, you say about the old guys. Yeah, I get it. Like we remember the 80s. I know. We remember how hard it was, and I know things have to change. But I'm getting young people, man, who are saying this is fucked.
Yeah.
It's not just the older people. The younger people are going, I don't like this anymore. You know how many times I used to watch every game. You know how many times I'm watching a game and I just turn off because it makes me sick. Like I'm thinking, I don't get it, man. I don't get the fucking decisions. The game's boring sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it just, a lot of games just lose. You lose interest in it real quick. You know what I mean? Sometimes I watch a movie and then I go back for the last 10 minutes if it's close because I like a close game. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It just
Now, a little bit of information, Rocco.
Tell me.
And now the most common injuries in AFL is nowhere near the head.
What is it?
Hamstring strains.
Yeah.
Right? Groin strains. Or maybe it's the lower head, maybe due to the groins, but groin strains. Ankle sprains. Yeah. So the concussion goes down shoulder. Concussion sort of is there, and I can understand that maybe the concussion injury when it does happen, can be a lot more damaging than, say, if you end up having a hamstring or you end up even breaking your hand, for example, or do you know what I mean? So I can understand the importance of the concussion, the injury itself, and how damaging it can be moving forward. But they've got to be able to understand that the game is at the moment running at a speed, as you said, Rocco, that they've got to learn to do something to make it, maybe go back at least 10 years, and let's review what the injury rate was back then, or let's review how were things running back then, and then do we maybe need to go back to something that was working? It doesn't mean because we're moving forward that every time we're moving forward we've got to change something. Something you just don't have to change. Yeah. So it's becoming sad, and for me, I think it's, as you said, Rocco, it's an entertaining sport, and if they're going to take that away from us, it's soon enough. What's going to be happening? Are we going to be, maybe, as you said, maybe touch footy? You tap him. Oh, hang on, you got to handball the ball. You've lost the ball.
It'll get to that. It'll probably get to the stage where it won't be touch footy, but soon as you do the tackle, like you don't even have to hold them. Like soon as you do it, they'll quickly blow the whistle to stop it going any further. That's what I think will happen. And look, I agree, V Little. We should watch Concussion. It's based on, I know, I've seen the movie I've seen the movie Will Smith. I know it. It is a series, and people, like, they got that, I don't know what it's called, but, they after years after they're finished, they go mental, you know what I mean? And there is something wrong, and it's helped them. It's a different game, man. They run into each other with their head every time. They just do that all game, right? It's a different game, mate. It's a different game. But yes, we should watch it. I still don't understand by doing this at training how this helps. How does this help? I don't get it. I don't get how it helps. Explain to me how this helps. How
well, that's the other good comment that your mate AI had. He asked me, and I've responded. He asked, what sort of data do we have that this is actually a good thing? And I addressed it in my presentation when I did it in uni. But the hardest thing is because it's a new method, it's a new practice. The data that they have is very limited, so it's not actually proven yet that it's going to be something effective. If they come back after, say, 2 years of doing this and they say, actually, yeah, this is working and it is dropping, then you'd probably say, all right, fair play. But yeah, right now, very, very limited, very hard to say.
All right, fair enough. So it's going to be like like it's always a trial. But I just think once they start bringing in these things, it's like taxes. Once they bring in a tax, they never remove it.
Well, it'll only be if it works.
Rocco, you can't say the word. You can't say the word tax. You can't say the word tax. What do you mean? I'm taking a sip of my coffee. I'm telling you, the government's going to tax me. I'm going to scratch me nuts. The government's going to tax me. You can't do anything these days. The government wants to tax you for everything. Hey. That's why the economy's going downhill. The economy's going downhill. I mean, our mate Liam is okay. He can smile because he's living in the wealthiest state in the country. Yeah, look at him. He's smiling. His smile is so big. If he was putting on lipstick, it'd cover both of his ears. That's how happy he is. But the other thing we keep forgetting is that how well are the grounds that the players are playing in? How well are they looked after, especially during so many games? The wet weather, it creates unevenness. It creates potholes. It creates a lot of how well groomed are those grounds for the AFL to turn around and say that our grounds don't cause injuries? Yeah, because I could tell you that it's proven that uneven turfs and holes in the grounds and slippery surfaces are causing a lot of injuries. So what's the AFL doing about it? So you're telling me that I can't then turn around and say to the AFL, hang on, your bad grounds and your bad way of keeping these grounds has caused me injuries. I know we're moving away from the concussion, but the injuries are still an injury. Yeah.
So it's to me, the game is a erratic game. It's manic. things are going to be different about it. You know, the grounds are a little bit different shaped. You know what I mean? Really, the grounds are kept pretty good around Australia. But yeah, bring back the mud, man. I remember those mud. I remember players losing their boot in the mud, right? And have to run off and then go back and pull the fucking boot out of the mud. That's what we used to play with, you know. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't like this one here. There's plenty of other things they've fucked up. This is just another fuck up. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. As I said, Rocco Moro said something there. I agree. This might even bring more concussion to the game. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you now are not doing it during training, I don't think you're going to be conditioned when you get out there, right? Because when you get out there, they're not going to hold back players. They're going in hard, you know what I mean? So I get it, Mark, you were saying about the kids, you know, the underage, and sometimes they can play against bigger people because kids grow differently, you know what I mean? But that happens in AFL, man.
Yeah.
You get like skinny little bloody, you know, you get skinny little bloody like Hollands for Carlton, he's bloody skinny, or even someone like a bloody you know, like Jagger Smith. He's like a skinny little bloke. He's coming up against like, you know, the big bloody the Goey and fucking all these players that are just running through players. I mean, that's the way it is, man. Yeah. That's the way it is. I understand. Mate, all these players, they're going to go through you, man. They don't give a shit. And the big ruckman, what about they going up against a big ruckman and they're like 100 kilos less, these players, you know? So it's going to happen. I understand in kids, we've got to like look after. I get it. So we've got to slowly bring them into the thing, right? So you've got to protect them, you know? And plus they're younger, you know, their heads aren't fully developed. I get all that, you know what I mean? But I just don't get this bit. I don't get this bit about the training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While they're doing other stuff where they're making the game quicker. You know what I mean? Because you seriously, what's more dangerous at training where people don't go 100% anyway? In training, you don't go 100%. Who the fuck goes 100%? You don't want to hurt anyone. Like, you don't want to hurt your teammate before a big game, right? You're not going to go 100%. Or in the game, right, where they're going 100 miles an hour at each other. You know, what's more dangerous, right? So in the game, but yet, let's make it quicker. Let's do more interchange. Let's get more people on the bench. Let's swap them around, mate. Get those players, man. Get them ready. Come out. You have a rest. You go. They send them out like almost like they hypnotize them. Go. You got to go out there and fucking now kill them. You know what I mean? I'm sure they don't say that, but you know what I mean? And then they get that player out and then you go running out. You know what I mean? And they're hitting each other harder. Where in the old days, I want to keep talking about our days, but you used to get tired. And that was the beauty of the game. The beauty of the game was, mate, who could last longer? Who could last longer? The fitness would be a big thing, you know what I mean?
And most of the players in those days, I'm you know, I don't want to harp on it too much again, Rocco, but they stayed in their own positions. You know what I mean? So, you know, these days you've got your full forward, pretty much a centre half back. So maybe they can control that. Now. You know, maybe they can control that. They've got the 666 rule, so maybe they can control. Maybe, you know, the forwards can't go past. Maybe set you know, the wing or something like that. You know what I mean? Just could possibly slow that down as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, the players used to play in their positions, mate, and that was the beauty about it those days. You know, your full forward was your full forward, and that was it.
No, I agree, and that's changed, and I can understand the game evolves in that sense, right? The game evolves; it's always evolving every year, every decade. It's evolving into a new game. I could get that, you know what I mean? So now, you know, like they're fitter, so they can run around the ground a lot more. You've got to be more adaptable to playing in different positions. I get all that. You know, the one-on-ones practically don't happen now for a whole game anymore. When in the 80s, man, you'd had like, you know, fucking our full forward on your on your fullback the whole game, mate. And then you go, mate, he won this contest, you know. Next time they play, it was again the battle of them two, you know. Where now it's a team defense. I get that.
Yeah.
I just don't get them trying to like they do one thing. To me, this is about saving themselves.
Yeah.
Right. They do one thing, but yet in another thing, they're just making it as dangerous as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, running hard, being completely fit, doing the interchange, the sprints, that's more dangerous than anything that can happen during training. You know what I mean? And I don't think you said like, oh, you know, it's the old guys are like, I'm telling you, the young people, they don't like it either, man.
Yeah.
They're complaining too at the moment about the state of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Liam, you're a young man.
That's right, mate. Don't you forget it.
You'll get old. Like my dad used to say to me when I used to call him an old man, he used to go, at least I got here. So at least I got here.
At least I'm keeping this. Oh dear.
Yeah, for now.
Do you know what? Actually, I got really confused when I first logged on because I saw the book behind you, and I was like, fuck, has Rocco got a book out? And I was like, oh, it's Chris Judd, mate. I got really confused. I was like, Rocco doesn't have a book, does he? But then
this was a gift by Johnny fucking Holden last night. So he gave me the Chris book for the studio. So got on here. So I thought Chris Judd, the great man, one of the great footballers. So anyway, to me, like, you're a young man. You can see the game is showing you. Do you really like sometimes the way it's going? You know, it's losing the fabric of what it was all about. You know what I mean? So
that's why I'm more for this change than changes in the game. As I've said, it's a preventative measure, but this doesn't actually change how the game is going to be played. This is training. We don't watch training. Well, I mean, you guys did yesterday, but you get my point. Like, we don't go watch training. So yeah, that's why I think if this is going to help, that's fine. And if it doesn't change too much how the game is played, which I don't think it does, if it's a measure for how training is done, then it's all right. But I do agree. Yeah, I do get a bit frustrated at times. Like when you said, like, we're going to lose the mark. Like, if we lose a Specky or something, I'd be so disappointed.
Of course.
Like stuff like that. If we start, like, that's when I'd be like, come on, man, we've gone too far. Like, and plus, as someone who has played as well, and I don't know if Jez is watching, but he'd tell you when he's on. When I played, I like the physical stuff. I like getting in there, tackling, smacking people. Can't do it in pickleball now. Get in trouble.
Didn't Haywood used to play for Sydney?
Will Haywood?
Sydney,
yeah.
And Bocek loves him, does he? He loves like Haywood, like he's a god or something.
He plays for Carlton now.
Oh yeah, okay. He's only 12 months. 12 months. It's like he's been playing for bloody Carlton for 25 years.
We love Haywood. Haywood's a star, mate, for us. He's been so good, man. Haywood's a fucking star. We love him, man. And Haywood's his man. He's loved him from the start.
Obviously, he wasn't a star at Sydney.
Yeah, he was a good player at Sydney. Yeah. He was a really good player at Sydney, man. He didn't want to go, man. It was part of the trade. There is no God, there is Haywood. He loves him, man. I'm telling you, Haywood's been a big difference to us, man. He's a really good player, man. Fucking wrapped the way he's been playing. Yeah, and so we met him. We met him yesterday, so it was a bit of fun, and we also got to meet Billy Wilson, our new favourite player from Rosebud. His dad messaged us because we were calling him from Dramana, and he messaged us and said he's not from Dramana, he's from
Rosebud.
He's from Rosebud. So
There's a difference.
Get it right. So we went up there, and Bo asked him the question, and he said he's from Rosebud.
Wow.
So there you go.
Would you want to claim that fame? Would you prefer to say you're from Dramana, or would you prefer to say you're from Rosebud?
If you're from Rosebud, you're from Rosebud, aren't you? Like you can't change it. Like you're not going to claim it. But right.
No, fair enough.
He did play like some football down there. So anyway, listen, we can go on about this, man. I don't like the way it's going, but we'll see what happens with it. The one thing I say about you that it's as long as it's at training, it's not in the game. You know what? The thing is with me is if it's in training, it's gonna come into the game. It's gonna come into the game. That's what I think. I still believe you train the way you play. Or you play the way you train. Yeah, you play the way you train, man. You go out there, you train hard, you go out there, you get ready. Not go out there and I don't know. I'm telling you, I go to a few training sessions. They don't hit each other anyway.
No.
Like they don't do it. They don't do it anyway. Like you just take it even less. I'm telling you, there's hardly like you're not gonna hurt your players in training. It's not gonna happen.
No.
They're gonna go in at 50%, 60%.
Yeah.
They're not going in at 100%.
Yeah.
No way. Imagine you injure one of your mates in training. It's not gonna happen.
It's like a news story if it happens as well. Like I think maybe a year or two ago, it was Sydney again. It was the two Warner brothers were fighting each other, and it was a big story. Then, who was it way back when for Carlton? It was the Irish bloke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's the one who...
He
kicked him.
No, shit.
Yeah.
Who was that against? I don't know.
That was Satanta
Fourever.
Yeah, he
Harron.
him. Oh, dear.
Yeah, he collected at Cameron Cloak. They went in and then he kicked him straight in the ass when he was on the ground, mate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, you don't kick your players, but yeah, if there's a massive tackle in training, it'll be a massive news report.
Yeah.
They already don't do it.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the next thing, Bomber Pete, one of your mates, man, he's asked this a couple of times. I'll put it up. He doesn't know you were in pinball. And me and my dad are into them also. We have about 20.
Wow.
We can see that you can see you got a couple in the back.
Yeah. I don't mind me pinball machines.
What have you got there?
This one here is the Metallica pinball machine. It's been refurbished.
Nice.
The other one here, that's the new one. It's the latest one. That's the Guns N' Roses machine. So that's a brand new spanking from America. And then I've got a little arcade on the right hand side there as well that holds about 2,000 games. So all the old Double Dragons and all that kind of stuff. So it's an expensive hobby, but to have 20 of them, Pete, mate, fantastic. It's going to take me a while to get to 20.
They're the best, the old pinball machines, aren't they?
So those two machines, fantastic to play. Very, very good fun. Very good machines.
I'll tell you, I used to like, growing up as a kid, I used to like Pac-Man. I reckon
no
Pac-Man
no one's got one of these, mate. The original Kiss one. Imagine having the original Kiss one.
Hey, my cousin Phil, who's married to, actually, it's my cousin Connie, and she's married to Phil. And actually, happy birthday to my cousin Connie. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Connie. They've got the, he's a big Kiss fan. They've got the original pinball machine.
That was the best.
Yeah, the pinball machine. But I was just going to say that when I was growing up as a kid, Pac-Man was the most popular one. But I don't know about you guys, but I actually used to like playing Frogger.
Yeah, Frogger Galaga was another one.
Frogger, he's like Frogger. It's way before your time there, young Liam, so don't stress about it too much, mate. But
I can see the guys in the chat. They're thinking about that Seinfeld episode.
There you go. Bojack, do you have Frogger? Yeah, I remember Frogger. You get the frog across, and Frogger is the famous game in Seinfeld. Hey, Rockamoro?
Yeah, that's what they're going on about, I reckon.
While we're at it, the pinballs there. Pete, what is your favourite pinball machine that you've got? See that you got.
Yeah, give us your favourite. Give us your best pinball that you've got, mate. The Kiss one, man. We used to, I used to be good at the Kiss one. I put a lot of 20-cent coins, and then we used to go around and you used to steal the clickers, out of the water heaters.
Yeah, that's right. Clink, 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 clink.
Is the click, get the clicker. So, inside your water heater, you got the sparker that clicks. So if you can take one of them out and then you used to click the pinball machines, and they used to give you credits.
Yeah.
And then if the boss at the bloody the milk bar, because we used to have a bloke named Boss. He used to own the milk bar. He used to catch us. He used to chase us out of there. But he used to love us because we were always hanging around. So click, 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 click. So yeah. Hey, Galaxy. Hey, Bo, you're in the chat, Bo. You know what? Another one for Monday night banter. We got to rate the old games. I reckon that's a good one. Well, I reckon we can have a bit of fun with that. Yeah, Galaga was good the other night. When I went, if you go down to the British and American, he's got a machine there. I was playing Pac-Man. Of course, he's one of the favorites.
Hey, Rocco, did you bring up earlier on in the show something about biscuits? Did you mention biscuits? Okay, because my son just texted me and he said if you they bring up the favorite biscuits, he said nothing beats a Monte Carlo.
Oh, gee.
No, Monte Carlo's all right.
No, I can't bag your son up. That's a bad pick.
I got sick on them once before. Nah, not for me.
Well, maybe it's an upmarket biscuit. Maybe not designed for you boys, from the outer suburbs. Maybe it's a biscuit for the inner Melbourne. I don't know. But me personally, I like the shortbread. The old shortbread. I like the old shortbread. Yeah,
that's good pick. That's good pick.
But my son reckons a Monte Carlo. I don't know. What do you guys reckon?
The best biscuit in the world, sorry to say, you're all wrong, is the Tim Tam. Sorry to say, Tim Tam is the best.
There we go.
Top of the tree. You can't beat. That's S tier. I'm already going to tell everyone in the chat, when we go through the biscuits on Monday, Tim Tam just goes straight to the top. You can't beat a Tim Tam. That's my favorite.
It'd be un-Australian not to pick it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my favorite. And you know what? I normally don't like shut up.
Whoa.
Don't give me that the Tim Tam suck. No chance. No chance. Sorry, Lana, you're wrong. And the double coated Tim Tam, they went next level. When they had a double coated, that's nice, man. All right, listen, now we're getting off. Now, this is not Monday banter, right? We're getting off. I just did have one more question before we go next to the next one, which is an interesting one. Lads, who is the shortest one out of you lot? I'll tell you now, it's Manny straight away.
Manny's actually standing at the moment. Sorry.
Well, how tall are you? I mean, Liam's probably.
I reckon Liam's
taller than 6'50", man.
Hey,
Liam's taller than you think.
Hey, Liam, how tall are you? How tall are you, Liam?
6'3", 6'4".
So what are you at about? What, 186, 187?
Like closer to 190.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right. And what about you, Marco?
9 inches.
9 inches. Now, listen, we're talking about your height, mate. We're talking about your height.
Whoa.
Just under 6. Just under
X-rated rivals.
6.
Oh dear.
Just under 6'4".
And what about you, Rocco?
I'm exactly 6 foot, 183 centimeters.
Oh, I am the shortest then.
What are you? 160, 170?
Me, yeah. I'm 170. I'm 176.
You are short. Nah, I knew you were short.
I'm 5'9". But you know what? It is what it is. You know
what they say about short people, huh?
Well, look, you can't control your height. They say good things come in small packages. I'm definitely not a small package, but you know, I'm 5'9". It is what it is.
You're good. Yeah, man. You're good.
Everyone's giving me their height. He's 164. I know Peter's a short ass.
That's not
nice. He is, man. He's a short ass.
Well, let's just say that he's Yeah.
What's that
He's not-
before?
he's-
180 in heels.
in high heels. Good on you, Enzo.
Yeah, Bocek is
wow.
taller than me. He's 186. He is. Lou Felino's only a short ass too, 165. I've actually met him. See, he's not getting offended. He's not going to put out a clip about me. 180. He's a short ass, man.
I thought you were about 6'7" or something, Liam. About 6'7", 6'7".
Well, if he's 190, yeah, he's probably about 165, I reckon.
6'7", 6'7".
No, that'll be Bo. Bo's about 6'7",
Right.
6'7".
So the
Yeah,
old
Oz is a big bloke.
Joe.
I met Oz. He's a tall bloke.
Yeah, Oz is a pretty tall boy. Yeah, I think Oz might be taller than me.
Gorkan, one of our favourites from the Sporting Globe. No one is short. They're just fun size.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You never knock back a fun size Mars.
Oh, Petra Khan, mate. He's like, you got to meet Petra Khan, man. He's huge, man. He's fucking like 100 and bloody 200 centimeters, man. He's huge.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right. Fuck, we're getting way off the thing here, man. What's going on here, man?
Hey, Robert Galicchio. Hey, Rob Galicchio wants to know what our favourite cocktail is.
Well, I was once out. Oh, cocktail. Sorry. We'll talk about it another time. Let's not
Let's not get carried away, huh?
No, let's not. I'm 5 foot. I'm telling you, this is for Monday Night Banter. We can do this Monday Night Banter. We answer any question out there. I mean, we had a bit of fun with that. I want to get a few other things I want to talk about. I thought I did put it up, but I didn't. But Hurd. Let's talk about Hurd. Hurd is back in the news this week over Essendon. Look how Mark straight away he's fucking zoomed into now. It's zoomed into the conversation. Tell us what you know about Hurd. What's he doing? Is he going to be your coach or what?
Yeah,
Well,
what
the
have you
last
heard?
I heard about Jimmy Hurd, man, like I said, I haven't really been looking right into the media this week, but I've given up on a lot of things, to be honest, about the Essendon Football Club. But from the last that I heard, he's in the process of possibly looking interested in going for the position of coaching the Essendon Football Club. So that was the last that I've heard. So I'm not quite sure if there's more news that have come out. My apologies. You boys might know a little bit more about it, but
he never came out. He never came out and said he's going to be coach. What he's going to be part of, if there's only one position, he is now going to be in the process. He's going to be one of the people who's going to be in the process to choose a coach. He's not going to be the coach. He's going to be in the process of choosing a coach. That's the only position he's going to be doing. That's what he specifically said. He's not going to be going for coach. So he'll be one of those people who are going to choose a coach. Now, that's okay. He can be part of that process. He could never be the coach. It's the most ridiculous thing. And this just shows how ridiculous supporters are. Supporters are just, some of them are just a little bit touched, man. Like, you're not thinking straight. You know, you can't bring a bloke back who hasn't coached for 12 years, probably ruin your club at once, and try to bring him back as coach, man. We were just talking about how quick the game has moved from 1 year to the next year to the next decade, right? Yeah. And already these coaches, they've been there a few years and they're already behind the 8 ball, and they're in it. So, but that's the thing now. So he's going to be part of the process to choose the coach. So they're going to start their process now, as is Carlton, to select the coach. So you'll be like interviewing, and he'll probably be part of that committee. So there'll probably be your CEO in there. They'll probably get him. They'll probably get someone else. Probably get your general manager in there or something, and that's how it's going to be. So what do you reckon about that? This is your coach we're talking about, or your next coach?
Yeah. Well, I guess I think you know, at this stage, I think we were just looking at a saviour at the Essendon Football Club, and I think that's why everyone's run straight to James Hurd to say, look, give him that position, because we have been suffering the last 2 or 3 years. We've only won one game in the last 26. So I think at this stage, once it gets to that, you start thinking, who's going to save this club? So, you know, I can understand why everyone's going for James Hird. And to be honest, mate, every time I speak to my fellow Essendon supporters, they'll always ask me the question on, you know, oh, what do you think of Hird? What do you think of Hird? What do you think of Hird? And I'll ask the same question. What do you think of Hird? So it's like we're a little bit kind of intimidated to say, just put him in. And we actually kind of admit to the same answer.
Yeah.
Let's just put him in.
No,
So,
look,
you know, I think that we're just looking at a saviour at the club at the moment. And, you know, if that's the case, then that's the case. And to me, to be quite honest, if he did coach, I believe we've got nothing to lose. We've got nothing to lose. Give him a contract for 2 years and just see how we go, because we're not in a position at the moment to be stuffing around at this stage. So, but if he's in the process of you know, picking a coach, I've got full confidence in that as well.
I think it's a case of desperate times, desperate measures, isn't it? That's all it really is. It's just that you're desperate right now, and anything will do. Yeah. So can't get any worse.
Anything will do.
But then you've got the wrong attitude again by saying, you know, things can't get any worse. But I think the difference is that you got Carlton on the other hand. Now they're all of a sudden turn things around. They're getting the wins. They're starting to feel a lot more comfortable. That, you know, they're slowly on the improve. But in your sake, Mark, I mean, the fact is that you guys are doing so bad. Instead of having that attitude of, oh, things can't get any worse, well, things can't get any worse because they are already bad. So maybe what you need to do is, you need to think to yourself, don't worry about, you know, the history of the club, because the history of the club is a long, you know, it's far away from where we want it to be. So the best thing to do is bring in some fresh blood, bring in some, you know, some people that are going to take the club forward. Right now, you're going backwards, and I think
we've done that.
And I think no, you haven't. And I think what's happened here is Herd's probably wanting to really, you know, coach the club, and I reckon there's been people with common sense who have turned around and said to them, listen, the best thing to do is we're happy to keep you or keep you as part of the club because there's a lot of history between you and the club, and maybe we'll try and use your wisdom if there's any of it there to try and choose the right person for the team. So maybe in a way that's the right choice. You know, that's probably the wise move rather than sitting there trying to, you know. So like I said, you can't get any worse. Desperate times, desperate measures. But you know what? If you can't get any worse, try and go look at Carlton. They've got now their current coach who's got 6 in a row. It's going to be 7 and maybe 8 in a row. They'll be, you know, easily in the top 6 the way they're going, right? But you know what the reality is? They think to themselves, we've got 6, 7 coaches who are interested in taking in the role, but we're not going to just say, here you are, you just take it. They want to go through the process, yeah? Right. And they want to see who's going to be the right fit. At the moment, you guys have only got, from what I understand, all I've heard for the last 6 weeks has been Hird. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen anybody else that's willing to put their hand up. You know what I mean? You look at the Carlton. What's how many is there, Rocco? Is there 6 coaches that are the keenest mustard to take over this role?
I've actually got our one up here. Where is it? I've actually got our one that I had a quick look at. Here it is. So these are the ones that have been named for us that they're talking to now.
Okay. There's 6 of them there. 6 of them. What about Essendon? Where's Essendon's one?
And that's without Fraser.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
Look at that. That's okay, man. I know where you're coming from in that case. That, you know, everyone's going to hunt for Carlton at this stage, but you've got to also understand that you know that media outlet was that James Hird should be coached. So a lot of probably potential candidates maybe didn't want to approach Essendon. Okay, now that this has probably come across that he's going to be involved in maybe the selection, maybe you might start to see some coaches maybe start to point to the position. So, you know, let's not just jump at this stage. Let's let the process handle itself. But you know, at the end of the day, I just hope they make the right decision. I'm happy for James Hood to be in that process. So, you know, you might start seeing us. You might start seeing some.
Mark, you're missing the point here. You're missing the point, my friend. Carlton have turned things around in the last 6 weeks. If it's the one team that's turned things around in the 360, has been Carlton. Yeah. And even though they've changed things or turned things around, and you've got Fraser, who's been very humble about the whole thing, and probably inside him he's saying, you know what, I'm doing a good job, or maybe whatever it may be. But there's another 6 coaches that are, you know, that are wanting to knock on that door, say, you know what, I might be the right fit.
Of course they are.
Now, Essendon,
they weren't previous coaches. They're all assistant coaches.
But you're missing the point. But Essendon's going nowhere at the moment, and there's nobody. There's nobody wanting to go through the process. What process? But there's nobody. There's nobody going there.
There's a process happening now. And at the end of the day, if I was Carlton and they're winning with Fraser, why don't they just choose Fraser?
But you're missing the point, Mark.
You're missing the point.
You are missing
the point, Mark. Mark, but you're going back about Carlton. Don't worry about Carlton. Right now, Carlton. Right now. Okay. Well, if you want me to talk about Carlton, right now, Essendon is Carlton's bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. You're Carlton's lackey. Carlton can do whatever they want with you guys because they've turned things around. You guys haven't turned things around. Yeah. So my question is, the fact that you guys have got hit rock bottom, and nobody wants to say, must be telling you that it's the culture. It must be something that's not right at the moment, and nobody wants to come and get involved with your club.
That's okay.
You understand?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, that's fine then. What can I say and do about that? That's the process that they're going through. So whatever choice that they make, hopefully it turns the club around. You're saying that no one wants to coach Essendon. Okay, well, no one wants to earn $5 million a year to coach a club. That's what you're trying to say. But at the end of the day,
$5 million a year.
There you go. Well, you know, you just don't know, Rocco. You know,
$5 million a year. Who the fuck's coaching your team, mate? Nah,
I'd consider it for that much, wouldn't you?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Lee. It doesn't matter who you are, mate. At the end of the day, money talks, mate. So, and you know, look, you haven't mentioned any of the candidates that are you know applying for the Carlton coaching job that have had you know senior coaching experience. They're all reserves. They're all assistant coaches.
Yeah, because we're not looking at one.
They actually want to coach.
Okay, so you've eliminated. You know, your
well, who is there? There's like Longmire. I don't want.
Yeah.
Who is there? Buckley. I don't want. I definitely don't want Hinkley.
Yeah. Okay, so you've
eliminated. I don't want any of them. So it'd be stupid. Like how many? Like when you look at it, Mark, how many coaches in their second stint have won a grand final?
Not a lot. Not a lot at all.
No. Yeah. So you're not going to go after one of them. It's ridiculous. You need someone. To me, you need someone new and untried. You know what I mean?
It's just unfortunately that you guys weren't performing while having your coach, and now that you guys are performing, and Essendon have sacked their coach, and we're not performing. So it doesn't necessarily mean there's reasons why people have got interim coaches. There's reason why coaches get sacked is because the team's not performing. So unfortunately, you guys have gone on the other end of the scale. And winning games without your coach. So kudos to you, mate. That's what you want to see from a team that's sacked their coach. But unfortunately, Essendon is not going in that direction. So there needs to be more changes and more decisions to be made.
100%. And what you were asking, I'll answer your question. Why don't we just hire Fraser? Because there's 2 reasons, right? There's a few reasons. First of all, he said he's not ready. That's the first thing. Right. And Davies come out in an interview last week and said, we're not going to get someone who doesn't want to coach. So if you're not ready, you're not ready. You might think he's ready. He's saying he's not ready yet. That's the first thing. That doesn't mean that he won't apply. Right. I'm not saying he won't. The other thing is you don't hire a coach after a sugar hit. You have to go through the process. And that's where your mentality is, Mark, sometimes. Why don't you just hire him? Why don't we just get hurt? You're not looking at anything. You just want to quickly jump into the bath with someone. Like, You've got to go through this. You've got now 6 months, or they'll probably want to hire one by the end of the season. So let's say 3 months, right? 3 months to go through this properly. Why would you rush it? I don't get it. Like
I'm
what
not
you
saying
say.
to rush it. Just go through that process. If he wants to coach the Essendon Football Club, then give
No,
him
I'm
the
talking about
opportunity.
Carlton. You were saying,
Look,
why don't you just
I'll
hire fucking...
answer this question for me, Rocco. Say, for instance, Carlton make the finals, okay?
Yeah.
And you win, say, you lose a couple more games to the end of the year. Would you want Fraser to coach you if he was interested?
He'd be one
Would
I
you
want
still-
to go through. He'd
He
be
would be
one
the
I
one that
want to
you
go
would
through the process.
You'd still want everybody else to go through the process,
Fucking
of course.
oath, man, because you don't know what you're going to get. Like, how can
No.
you be so negligent in not
No,
interviewing
I'm not saying.
everyone
I'm
else?
asking you a personal question. Would you want him to coach your club? Don't worry about the process. Don't worry
I
about the
would want
process.
him to go through the process and get the best possible coach.
Okay.
Just because
yes.
he's won, there could be a number of reasons why we make finals from now on, right? And then you get in a club and you get in a new coach, right? I'm just going to give you an example, right?
Yeah.
He's getting in there. We've got good players. At the end of the day, the difference between Carlton and Essendon is we've still got great players.
Mm.
We've got Brownlow medalists. We've got all Australians. They're all in there. They're all in their prime. So we've got good players. What if a coach comes in and says, right, you won that, and then the new coach comes in? I'm just going to give you an example and says something like, rightio, so they've been playing well, but in 2 years' time, I could see this happening. These players are going to be gone. So what we need now is we need this sort of player because we're going to go down this system, right? Because this is the system of the future, right?
Yeah.
Because this is what we're doing, and this is where I see the club being at, because once they go, we need these fucking people to come in, and I want this sort of fucking game plan, right? And then you get Fraser coming in going, how did you do that? And he's going, well, I just let them play freely and I'm just giving you an example. So then you look around and you go, mate, this bloke, even though he hasn't coached, has got a vision. And I like that vision, right? This bloke has just got a bunch of good players and that are playing well. Yeah, he can coach. And he says he's not ready. That's why I'm saying I don't care how many games he wins, unless he wins the grand final, right? If you make a prelim and grand final, well, then that's a big one. You know what I mean? But he's still got to want it. You know what I mean? But again, I would still. Why wouldn't you talk to everyone else?
Yeah, you would.
Why would you talk to them?
You have to.
And you've got to do the same. You've got to talk to now everyone that wants to apply. And remember, when they do a coaching, when they go in there, don't think you just go in and go, Mark, I want to coach it. And you walk in and you go, all right, what do you want to do? Mate, they spend weeks and weeks preparing their fucking presentation. And then they spend like 5 hours in there presenting to the board or to what they want. They do slideshows. They do all that. So it's not like you just walk in. So if you're not prepared to fucking do that, right? If you're not prepared, even with Josh Fraser, if you're not, he'll have a big tick. For example, just say he wants to go in. He's going to have a big tick because he'll have all these wins under his belt. He'll have a massive tick, right? But if you're not prepared to do the hard work in trying to get the fucking job and show me what your future, because I don't just want to win a premiership next year. I want to win the next 5. That's the vision I want to see. Because if you just go, we can be good next year. Yeah, that's good. What happens the year after? Look what happened in 95. Now we're 30 years down the fucking track. Look what happened to you guys in 2000. You're 25 years down the track. I don't want to just win next year. I want sustained success. I want this team to be back on the top and be the best team every fucking year from now on. And I don't know who that coach is yet. I'm putting my trust on our committee to get this right this time. And do not they did it with Teague where they just, everyone talks about Paul Roos. It happened with Paul Roos. He was interim coach, and then they wanted to get, because remember, what was his name? The coach from the Richmond at the time, was it? What was his name that left? Or who was one of your coaches? Was it Richmond or the Doggies?
Gale or something? No.
No, the coach. What was his name? What was it?
When?
And then he was supposed to get the job at Sydney. and he left one game before the season. Someone will know in the chat. I'll fucking Wallace.
Oh,
Terry
yeah,
Wallace.
Yeah, it's yeah, to Wallace. That's it.
He had the job at Sydney. He had it. They said, you got the job. It was Richmond that he had one more game, wasn't it?
No, I think
No, it was. I think it was.
he coached at us, but I think this was before he coached.
All right. Regardless, whoever it was, I can't remember. But yeah, and he left one game before the end of the season, right? And he had the job. And then the fans fucking freaked out. We want Paul Roos, and they collapsed and they got Paul Roos. He ended up winning a premiership, right? So it was a good move, you know. But how many times does that happen? Like that's the odd one out. Normally that doesn't happen, mate. So again, I just want to go through the process. As I said, I want to make sure. See all these coaches here. These are just 6. There'll be more than this, but these are 6. I mean, me and Dylan already had a look at James Kelly, Jira Siracusa, and I think we looked at Enright. We didn't look at the other 3. They didn't come up. So these are some new guys that have come up. So this bloke here, what's his name? James Rahili. What's his name?
James
Rahili.
Riley.
Anyway, this bloke here is supposed to be like a gun at the new game plan, you know, with the running game and that. He's like the mastermind behind that, you know what I mean? So he'll be someone to look at. Brendan Lade, you know, like, but they reckon Brendan Lade is up for another coaching position, which would be, I think, maybe the Doggies, because he's already there. So you're looking at these players. James Kelly's been highly touted as a good coach. And I didn't know about the Fremantle guy here, Jamie Graham. I didn't even have him in my list. So,
but you can also see there that most of those coaches or assistant coaches are from teams that have had success. So they're from teams that are having success. So
100%, and that's what you should be doing too. Like I want someone like James Kelly. I think he won like 9,000 premierships, right? The bloke's been there. He knows what's going on. And we had that with Voss. But Voss wasn't there as a coach, as a fucking successful. He was there as a player, right? He wasn't there as a coach. But he's been there. There's been, I think, you know, like, I don't know where the other guys have been. You know, Corey Enright. He's another one.
Well, Junior Siracusa was at Essendon, and I'm not quite sure why they got rid of him, but he might have wanted to leave, and he went to Hawthorn.
Might have wanted to leave, and he's gone to the Hawks. Apparently, he's really good. The only thing about Junior Siracusa, which I keep hearing, is he's been for 3 or 4 jobs.
Yeah.
And been rejected by all of them. So there's this thing about why is he getting rejected so many times?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
maybe because he's affiliated to the Essendon Football Club.
No, he's Hawthorn now.
Too hard to say his name.
But what I'm saying is, you know, sometimes, you know, if something stinks, it stinks, you know. So this is the biggest problem. So it's a problem. So, you know,
and 100%. So with these sort of players, I don't know, but I would still have just because he hasn't made it to the top job on the other doesn't mean he's not ready now. It doesn't mean he's not ready now, but there is that little bit of thing about him. There's that little thing a bit about him. So there's that. But I still, don't get me wrong, I like what Fraser's doing. How can you not like what he's doing? He's united the side. They're playing well. This is how Carlton should have been playing. The way they're playing now is the way we should have always been playing. I think this is the side we're at. We are a 6-8 side. That's where we're at, not where we were. So he's done a good job to bring it there. I like the way he talks. When he does his press conference, he's calm and he doesn't give you bullshit. He just tells you as it is. I know he's been winning, so it's a lot easier to talk when you're winning. I want to see him when he's losing. You know what I mean? But I like him. And of course, if I was a Carlton Football Club, I'll be saying, you got to apply. But then if he keeps saying, I'm not ready, then you're not ready. You're not ready. That's it. So everyone.
Fair enough.
All right. That's it. That's it. We'll see what happens. So it's going to be interesting the next 4, 5, 6, even 2 months. You know what I mean? With the process that they'll go through, it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall to see how these processes work and what kind of what kind of presentation they do. I'd love to be in there to see what kind of presentation they do, what they're asked, what they say. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, for me, I want the coach who's coaching for 2 years' time, because the game will be different in 2 years' time. I want that coach there. I don't want the coach who's now following the trend now, because that's what everyone does. They follow the trend, and at the moment you have to follow this trend. But who's got the new idea? Who's the new genius for the future? That's what I want, and that's what you've got to be searching for.
We need to start searching for a coach that can train the guys on how to stop tackling.
Yes.
That's what that new coach should be doing. Teaching
100%.
our players not to tackle.
I'm telling you, I know that sounds stupid, but a good new coach will be thinking, right, what's happening in the future, right? And then what am I going to do for that? That's what I'm coaching for. Not now. I'm coaching for what's going to happen. It's a chess game, man. You got to think 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone, or else you fail. You know what I mean? But I know that's a bit of a joke there, but you're kind of right.
Yeah.
What's happening in 2 years' time? You know what I mean? And then build and get your team ready for 2 or 3 years' time. You know what I mean? Get it ready. Who's going to be? What kind of game plan? What kind of players? Get some recruiters. Get your right assistants around you. And if we get a coach, this is simple for us. People have asked me this. How long do you get a coach for? How long do you sign him up for? 5 years. You give him fucking 5 years, because apparently Carlton now coming up with a 5-year plan. Every fucking 5 years we come up with a new 5-year plan, right? You get the coach for 5 years, right? You get your assistants in there. Maybe 1 or 2 will change over the time. You get them for 5 years, right? Because if you're going to do a plan for 5 years, he has to be there, right? You can't give him you can't have a 5-year plan and then give him 3 years. That means you've got no trust in him. You know what I mean? So this is where I'm at. I want to fucking get a coach, and then I'm going to go, right, you're there for 5 years, mate. This is yours. This is yours to work on for the next 5 years, man. You know what I mean? And of course, then in 3 years' time, he hasn't won any games. Well, then you reassess it again. What can you do? You know what I mean? But that's what you've got to do. I mean, I think Richmond are a bit the same now. I mean, I know it's still young. You've had a lot of injuries and that, but you still have to be questioning what's going on there.
No, I like what you just said about how looking at a new coach, it's not just for next season or just for the next game. It's you want someone who's actually planning and looking towards the future. And you're right. Yeah, with my team, it does kind of put things into perspective. Like, it's not just what's happening now; it's what are we planning to do next.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
Really good.
How long has Uzo been coached for now?
This is his 3rd season.
3rd season. So if you guys are still
Season 3.
sitting around where you are now in 2 years' time, what would you think?
I think he'll be sitting around here next year. He'll be gone.
You think so?
Where he's played 60 games now, where 9 wins and 51 losses. That's
I know. I saw that. That's pretty.
That is,
I mean, Essendon's bad. You aren't any better.
No, not 9 in 60 is better than 1 in 28.
Yeah. I know. What would Essendon's record be in the last 66 games?
Actually, this was one question I was gonna say last week. I actually had this stat. If I can find it.
It's a real one. It's not a made-up one this week.
No, it's a real one. It's a real one, mate. It was all the facts that I had.
I could have checked with you.
I had some facts, Liam, and
it's not a made-up one. You didn't ask fucking ChatGPT, because they always get it wrong, mate.
What was the one? 60% of people on the radio said we want Herd as coach. I was like, what's 60%?
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember you said 60%?
I love that one, mate. Yeah.
That was a show in the morning. I think it was on 3AW. I think it was Gary Lyon that said that. Mate. So
I don't trust anything Gary Lyon says.
Gary
I
Lyon,
can't
what
find
a
it, but I
fucking
have got
show.
that fact there. I was going to mention it last week, Liam, but I got cut off last week. So if I find it, mate, I'll let you know exactly what it is.
We have got a super chat here. Now, I'll read the super chats when I get a chance. I just can't put them in the middle of a conversation if
Yeah.
it doesn't fit the conversation.
That's
But
right.
Oz is one of our great supporters, man, and we love Oz. And the next Carlton Open training session is on July 14th. I'm attending. The next two games be Richmond and Hawthorn. Then the Open all right, then I'm sure I'm going to see you somewhere in Oz and come over and say hi, man. Thank you very much for the donation. So, all right, let's move on. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we had some games, didn't we? So let's go into this. To start off, the Blues 6 in a row, 117 to 64, man. It was pretty much, it was exactly what we expected, except for Mark. He picked West Coast, but it's exactly what we expected. It's I was pretty pleased the way they played. It was pretty much a demolition from start to finish. Yeah, they made a little bit of a run in the middle there, but we came back, and I love the way the Blues are just responding to challenges every week now. So they get challenged. It doesn't matter who it is. They respond. Yes, Jay, up the fucking baggers. The baggers are happy people at the moment. We are humming, man. Yep, about time, all right. I'm your biggest fan, Rocco. I'm your biggest fan, Gunner. Yeah, so they play well, man. All players stood up. Captain, vice captain, Walsh, and Cripper just stood up again when they needed to stand up. Harry Mackay's running around now like a beast, man. He just looks happy. Looks like he's doing his job. He's not that constant full forward. He's running around. He's a little bit in the ruck, and he looks like he's enjoying the role. The players are enjoying their role. The biggest things are the young kids, man. The young kids are loving it. They're playing with freedom. Billy Wilson running off the back line, tackling. You got Burns kicking goals from the boundary, loving it. Hitting the pack like a small forward. I've been dying for this. Small forwards hit the pack in pace. Hit the pack, mate. Go for your goals, mate. Really good. All around the ground. I really can't, and no complaints, man. And I'll talk about the best number 35 in the competition, in Harry Dean. Right? Harry Dean is a fucking star, man. Harry Dean is a fucking star, man. You know, you got other 35s, but you got 18-year-olds who are taken back line and absolutely controlling it without your best backman there. Look, on a serious note, this bloke's right up there now for rising star. He is an absolute star, man. Yeah, 100%, man.
Ahead of Jaco?
I think they're, at the moment, at Carlton, I think they're even.
Fair.
I think they're even. He's a star, man. He's controlling. Tell me one player that's beaten him this year, and this is without Wiedering.
From your team or in the competition?
So one player that he's been on, no, I'm talking about one player he's played on that's really beaten him this year.
What? I might eat my words for what's coming up, but I reckon if my mate Tom Lynch kicks straight round one, yeah,
I think Wiedering was on him most of the time, wasn't he?
Oh, mate, I remember being behind the goals and watching Tom Lynch shove him into the post.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you might be right.
Oh,
but...
yeah, dirty Tom Lynch, man, pushing around.
Right.
Don't worry, he'll come. Is he playing this
Harry
week?
Dean, mate. He's bloody diving. It is
diving.
turning
Man,
into
you
soccer,
wish
mate.
you had a
It's
player
happening
like
in places
Harry
like
Dean,
that.
man. Harry Dean is a fucking star, man. I'm telling you, this bloke, what he shows in the first 11 games is amazing. Better than what we're doing.
Yeah.
Was showing. No, he's a
Nah,
good player.
I'm backing you in. He is
He's
a goal.
got-
I can't argue it.
No, I know. And, you know, when I say, I'm sure he's been beaten here and there, but for what he's done in the first, like, 13 rounds, 14 rounds, right, 15 rounds, is fucking phenomenal. And this is without Wiedering beside him. He's taken control of the back line, right? But not only that, the bloke is tough as nails, man. He is Peter Dean's son, you can tell. The way he plays the game, if there's a fight, he's the first one in there to defend his teammates. He leads, he talks out there, he never takes a backward step. And I'm telling you, I don't know if he's going to win it if he keeps playing, but he'll finish top 3 in the Rising Star. He's a star, man, and he's a future captain of ours. So I love Peter Dean, man. He's my new favourite player. I just love the way he goes about it. And this is the difference in the club now. I don't know what he's done to simplify the game and make them enjoy the game a little bit more, but it's the young kids that have brought this energy to the club. Man, as I said, Billy Wilson, Brian, you've got Dean, and then you got people like Cowan who've been there a few years. All of a sudden, their game is lifted. You know what I mean? You're getting these young kids, and then we get a couple of like Akers coming in. Everyone said was finished, right? Comes in and that's probably his best 3 games so far. Like he's fitting the role. He's doing what he has to do. All of a sudden, Hollands can't get into the side. He only went out because of injury. Now he can't get back in. I love selection integrity. That is the most important thing to me. If you're playing well, you deserve to stay in the game. If you're playing bad, you have to be dropped, and the player in the seconds have to be given that chance, right? Guess what? Zach Williams, $1.4 million this year he's getting paid. Guess what? He can't get into the side. Good. That's what we want. We want you, if you want to come back into this side, I don't care how much you get paid. You have to earn your spot now. Guess what, Zach Williams? Whose spot are you going to take? At the moment, you're taking nobody's spot. The other one is Saad. Sorry, Saad. Guess what? Billy Wilson has overtaken you. You're done. I love Saad when he was there, but you're done now. You now have to take Billy Wilson's spot. That's the only way you're going to get it. And at the moment, you're not taking his spot. I don't care if you're one of the senior guys. That's what I see now. Last week, who made the joke about, Cottrell was playing the harmonica? It wasn't about playing the harmonica. It's about them having a good time now. You can see they're having a good time now. And that's represented on the ground. You know what I mean? They're all having a good, they're taking photos and that. Remember like the Hawthorn when they're taking selfies and that, they're enjoying going to play. And of course, let's be honest, winning does that. You win games, of course you feel better about yourself, you know. But to me, it's the young players have given energy. And now, what was I saying the first 8 round? Where are the leaders? Where are the fucking leaders? Now every week, Cripper standing up. Harry standing up. Walsh is standing up. Hewitt. He got dropped when fucking Voss was there. They dropped him. They put him in the seconds. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can't play Hewitt and you can't play Hewitt and Cripper in the same team. You can't do it. They're too slow. They're doing all right now. They don't look that slow, Carlton, all of a sudden.
He's nearly been your best player since you brought him back in.
I know. And it's about exactly, man. And what's happening too now, Jagger Smith, all of a sudden, play him in the right position. Not in the fucking back line. That's what they were doing to him, man. They're ruining the kid, you know what I mean? Like now all of a sudden, he's looking happy. He's kicking goals, man. He's running forward. He's played in the right position, you know what I mean? So all good. We've got Richmond this week, so we'll just keep on humming, and then we're going to have a few tough games after that. So, but we'll keep humming this week, I think. But we'll get on to that. Any questions before we move to? Oh, there was a couple of shit games there.
Well, Rocco, are you willing to, since you've spoken so big about your team and you know, good on them. They're doing well. They've turned things around and they have beaten couple of good sides like Geelong and the GWS. The rest are just average teams that are
Doggies?
struggling. Doggies was a that was a game where they looked pretty average. But
We made
I
them look average.
well, no, I don't know about that, but well, maybe you did. But are you willing to maybe give Richmond this week bit of a buffer? Maybe
Yeah,
something to think about later on.
We'll work on that when we
All right.
get to our game.
I thought I'd just let you know so you can maybe think about it while when you
I
get
just
to
feel
it.
sorry for Liam having to sing everyone else's song.
Yeah, I know.
I know, mate.
What was it? Is that while he's eating a chili? Is that while he's eating a chili? Wasn't that the deal?
Ooh, Chili Boy.
Oh.
Williams, right.
I don't know if he did it, but I'll do it.
I didn't
Richmond beat
get
us,
chili too much, no.
if Richmond beat us, I'll sing their song while eating chilies.
All right.
Out of time.
Well, I'll be doing whatever the punishment is. So
Yeah,
you
got no
can
choice.
say whatever you want to do. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. But anyway, that was our game, man. So, yeah, we're humming along, sitting nicely there, climbing along, playing. The main thing is we're playing. It's not we're just winning shit game. We're playing good footy. And this week against West Coast, everyone goes, oh, it's just West Coast, right? But West Coast was playing all right. They weren't like they were playing bad footy. They were playing some good footy. But what I liked about this week was we were clear favourites and we won by 9 goals. That didn't happen too often before that. Against Essendon, clear favourites.
What?
And Essendon brought it right up to us. Richmond, clear favourites, and they almost won if Lynch hadn't kicked straight. But that was with a different coach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're doing so. This week, another tick against Richmond will be clear favourites, and then we got Hawthorn and Collingwood. So I'm looking forward to the next 3, and then after that, Hawthorn, Collingwood, and I think the Suns. So next 4 weeks tells us a lot about the Carlton Football Club. But I'm happy with the way they're going. Even if they lose some games now, I'm happy the way. This is what I wanted to see from the Blues. What they're doing now is what I wanted to see. I want to see leaders stand up. I want them to play like an attacking. We were talking about this last night. Even when we're controlling the ball. And so what we do is we don't blast it away anymore. Like you'll see us. We control the ball during the game. But even when we're controlling and we're going backwards or we're crossing over to the other side, we're doing it with purpose. We're doing it with an attacking mindset. So we might be in a point where we're just trying to control the game, but it's attacking. They're always looking to attack. Previously, when we go into a defensive mode, we went into defensive mode. That was defense. That's all we were thinking about. And think about it. If you go into a defensive mode, what's going to happen? You'll never attack because all you're thinking about is defense. And all of a sudden, you put your whole team into that mindset that we've got to just hold back, Put all your fucking forwards in the back line. Make sure they don't score, where now it's always looking to move that ball forward. And, mate, if they can continue this, who knows? Next.
Got a poise.
106 to 72. Look, Richmond played okay at times, but I think Collingwood always had you at arm's length and just finished you off. And, of course, the second best 35 in the competition there, Nick Dacos, again gets 37. What do you get? 37 and 3. Just kicks goals at
a lot of fantasy
will.
points for my team, so that's good.
Yeah. And the Goey's probably interesting about the Goey. He's having a fucking stellar year so far, and he's looking at renewing his contract. And I don't think he'll go anywhere, but I reckon his management will be talking to other clubs, just trying to get his price up.
Yeah. That's look, I think it was a good win by Collingwood. They did win by 10 points at the end, which was good. because I've got to take away the 24 points buffer that I did give
Very good, very good.
to
I
young
like
to
it.
young Liam. You know, so I have to be fair there. I'm not selfish, but like you said, Rocco, it's the old players, the geriatrics that are stepping up at the moment. The Dacos brothers, they're absolutely up there doing what they got to do. DeGoey, Schultz, is one player that I know you don't like. I don't know why you don't like him, but he
But
managed
he's a
to
dirty
score.
little, he's annoying, man. His face is annoying. Everything's annoying.
Yeah. Well, look, he's a tough little player. He scored 4
What he
goals.
kicked for.
4 goals, yeah. So give credit to him, mate. It's not an easy thing to score 4 goals. That your little forward missed one right in front when you played Collingwood. Remember? So the fact is, it's just these little players that make all the difference.
But he kicked free. That same player kicked free this week.
He did, and you know what? And one of his goals was absolutely amazing. And like I said, my wife's a Carlton supporter. Happy wife, happy life. I want to shoot that bastard who said that. But she was excited, and we had no choice. We had to watch the game because the boss wanted to watch the game, and that's all good. But no, look, going back to the Collingwood game, it's now all about getting players back. It's all about getting those 4 points. We've got a tough game. We're going to the Gold Coast this week, and then we've got North Melbourne the week after that. And then I think the big game, which I think I reckon it's going to break records. I reckon it's going to be at least 100,000 at the G to watch this game, and that'll be the Collingwood Carlton game, which will be my last game that I'll be for the show this year, Rocco, as you know. But look, Liam, I don't know if you want to talk about your boys. Taranto, like usual, he's a little superstar. He's a little superstar. He's always there, and sometimes you wish you had a couple of more Tarantos. But I'll let you say a few things about your team there, Liam.
Yeah, that is a good call because he played down forward. He kicked 4. I don't think I've ever seen him kick 4 before. So maybe one of them up forward and one of them in the middle.
They actually mentioned that. I think he's done it 2 other times. He's kicked 4 goals.
Has he? Wow.
I think
I'm
so.
surprised to hear that, to be honest. Wow.
But not for you guys.
Thank you very much. Oh, for the Giants, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't count then. Nah, look, he was definitely one of our best players out there. As we do. Ryan Mansell also kicked 3 goals while we're on that first game back. 3 goals, very good. So he's doing well. Scotty's boy Jasper Alger kicked the first couple for us as well, which is nice. To be honest, it wasn't too bad of a game for us. Like I said, I'm just having a look through the stats now, and it's actually pretty even, which is interesting. One thing I will say is what did burn us a bit was turnovers. We did turn the ball over a lot, but comparing this game to the last game, I complained about how we played against North Melbourne because it was slow, boring, long down the line, and we'd give it back. At least with this game, the ones where we were missing and turning the ball over, they were aggressive kicks. They were kicks into the corridor. We were actually taking on the game. We were, trying to move the ball with a bit of intent. Yeah, right, we didn't have the skill, and we stuffed up, and ultimately it just cost us the game. But I'd rather see that effort and intent in how we move the ball. And if we stick with it, if we can stick with that sort of plan for the rest of the season, we'll start getting better. We'll start building, go through preseason next year. Hopefully, it's good. But that's all I want. I want us to stick with it because the Richmond page I follow, Tigercast, they spoke about it and they're like, yeah, we played that aggressive game against Brisbane. We play well, but then against North Melbourne, it was gone, and then we bring it back this week. So all I want is just to see it for the rest of the season. The only other stat that I didn't like is I said all the stats were even, and I've got them in front. Collingwood they had 7 more possessions, but they had 23 more tackles. So our tackling was very low. That's one thing that needs to lift. It was low last week also. Those are simple 1% of things. We be competitive, put the pressure on. So to see that statistic was really low for us again, that's another one that I'm a bit frustrated about. But yeah, look, I hate to say it, but the Collingwood were the better side. They are the better side at the minute, and that's why they got the job done. But yeah, not the worst performance from us. There was definitely some positives to take from it.
It was a nice goal. There was also a nice goal scored by one of your players. I think it was in the third quarter. That was a not really nice goal. So could be contender for goal of the season, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What was the attendance there, Liam?
62,000.
Whoa, that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, considering like where
you think it was disappointing?
I think it was a Collingwood home game, though, I believe.
So that's
you think it was disappointing? Really? Well, okay.
Collingwood Richmond. Honestly, yeah, you years ago you'd get 80 plus. No,
look, I think the weather didn't.
Now.
The weather wasn't.
It is the way Richmond are playing.
I've got the stats up from the other week. I'll have to see if I've still got it. But I think that's an average crowd for Collingwood. So maybe they'd be a little bit disappointed. But for us, it's probably a good crowd this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess because you're playing Collingwood. But yeah, I thought maybe the attendance would have been a little bit. I mean, if Richmond were playing a lot more better footy, than 80, 90,000 at least plus.
Yeah. I mean, if we were, if both of us were further up the ladder, 100%.
100%, yeah.
But I mean, even still, like I think, even like Carlton and Collingwood early in the year was 75, maybe 80.
Yeah.
It comes down to the team performing. Yeah. You'll get 85. You'll get 85.
Like these guys are saying, like the one coming up, if Collingwood are winning a few games and Carlton's still on this roll, 85, 90 even, I'd say, 100%.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we kind of suck. No one wants to watch us. So. But I'll be there. We'll see how many people are there on Saturday.
Well, I think
it's our home game though.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the Bombers and North. I think I'm not mistaken, but we'll talk about the next game, which is obviously North Melbourne and the Bombers. Now, both sides use Marvel as their home ground, and I think they got close to 55,000. Wow. So would that be right, Mark?
It would have been close to not 55. I don't think 55. I don't think that's 55.
No. Let's take away 20,000.
Yeah,
and bring you back to reality.
You would have thought
35,000.
Yeah, so
you're complaining about 62,000 at the Collingwood.
Yeah, but it was North Melbourne's home game, so that you would have thought North Melbourne supporters would have gone to the game.
I need to check this. Come on, Mark.
Can't keep on relying on Essendon supporters to keep going out there, mate. Supporting other clubs.
You don't, Mark. You don't. What do you mean can't rely on Essendon? Essendon don't show up at the moment.
No.
Supporters.
You're not showing up, man. You got to show up. You got to support the team, mate.
Yeah.
Talk about your games, 79 to 65, yes. And then again, I think this is the same. I think North Melbourne always had you at arm's length. Well, you tell us about this game, Mark.
Yeah, look, I mean, I was at the game and I could see from the start, before even the bounce, mate, that the players just weren't right to be out there, mate. There was no effort, no commitment, no desire to win the contest. I think 9 players didn't lay a tackle. That's concerning.
Wow.
9 players did not play one tackle, or they laid a tackle, but they didn't hold on to the tackles. Again, game plan. I was watching the game. When you're watching it live, you tend to see a little bit more out there. But I just couldn't believe how many times they had the ball forward of centre along the wing, and they went backwards, and they ended up having the ball back into full back. So as you were saying before, Rocco, about players being too defensive, that's what it was. No attack. Take the game on. We've got nothing to lose, and I just can't see why they haven't got that in their head to say, just take the game on, create some excitement. leave it up to the young fellas to get out there and try and perform. But again, it just come back to our experienced players of turning the ball over continuously, unforced errors. And I'm talking to players like as Caldwell, Parrish, Merritt, Mackay, Ridley, McGrath. There's a few names there that just continuously every week are starting to turn the ball over. I don't know what it is. They weren't doing it 2 or 3 years ago. But at this stage, it's just not looking good for the young boys. So being at the game, there just was no carry. There was no dare. And I would have thought this was going to probably start happening after the bye. I literally thought, well, you know what, we've got nothing to lose. Just go out there, show some grit and determination, run and carry, and maybe get some confidence towards the end of the year. But the only player that I felt that showed a little bit of heart was Sam Durham. And I honestly believe that McGrath
Caddy.
Caddy, look, it's the way the balls go. I mean, he took a fantastic mark. He's lucky he didn't knock off the guy's head that he went for. But, look, I mean, the ball's not getting delivered there the right way. Even our small forwards, Kako and our Haka, they just didn't get much of the ball because they didn't just take it on. They didn't take the game on. And, I can't blame the forwards for that. But, North should have honestly pumped us by about 10 goals plus. They missed a lot of points as well. So, missed a lot of goals, sorry. Look, in a nutshell, mate, very disappointing again. My patience is starting to run thin. I'll always support me Bombers, but at the end of the day, it's really even concerning for me to not even start going to the game. So, looking forward really for the year to just be finished, grab a new coach, get some players in the draft, and try and look.
That's what Matula said. Matula said you can't wait for the day, counting the days for the season to be over.
Yeah.
And then we've got
I don't mind losing, mate, to be honest, but it's how we're losing. And although it was only 14 points, to me it was still more about just take the bloody game on, mate. Just show some spirit. You know what I mean? Just take it on like what Carlton are doing, and it's working for them. They're taking risks, they're attacking. And, they're bringing the young kids into it. Their leaders are starting to take over. And that's what I would have wished happened, once we sacked Scott. I was just hoping that was going to happen, and it's not. To be honest, it's probably getting worse. So massive changes in the draft, players delisting. Like Manny was saying.
Where are the coaches, Mark? Where are the coaches? We need some coaches. We need to see the future. What's happening for the future? I mean, you want the year over, that's for sure. And I agree with Matula. Matula keeps it real for you guys. She even provided one of those potatoes. Where's that potato, Rocco? Is it floating around? Is it close by to you, man? Is it arm's wrist? Where is it? Where is it? There it is, mate. There it is. Now, the reality is you want the year over, right? That's fair enough because you guys, want something over because nothing's working. But where are these coaches? Where are these coaches knocking on the door to say, you know what? I reckon I can turn things around. Where are this? We're going back to this problem, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, we've been waiting. We've been waiting. Where are these coaches? At least Rocco can turn around and say, we'll turn things around. We've got 6 out of 6, maybe 7 out of 7. We're going to beat the Tigers by at least 10, 15 goals. We're on fire. Well, we've got all these coaches. Where are your coaches? Where are those people that are wanting to, this is my other question. Where is those who are at the club who are creating something where it's going to be enticing enough? Because Carlton obviously is doing something that's enticing all these, all these people wanting to take over this role. So this is what I'm saying. I mean, you want to catch bees, you got to dangle a bit of honey. Yeah, you want to dangle the carrot. You got to do something.
I'll let Mark answer that, but he's right in one way, right? Coach has got to be careful coming over to a club and ruining his career. Right, so he's got to look at that and go, right, this is going to be good for my career, because going to a club and absolutely, like being punished by this club where no good, no winning mentality could ruin a coach's career and you could never coach again. So with a coach, it's almost, you got one chance. You got one chance. If you fail, you rarely get another chance. You know what I mean? If you succeed, you'll get another chance. But if you fail, you rarely get another chance. Voss was one. He failed, and then he got another chance like 10 years later. But guess what happened? He failed again, you know? So he's right in a way. The club's got to be showing something. And I mean, Enzo said this, and you mentioned, I didn't know this, but 9 plays without a single tackle. That's fucking alarming. That's alarming. You said it, Mark. Mate,
Yeah.
It's telling me that these players don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
They don't even care. Like, one thing that everyone can do is tackle. Like, you could be a shit kick, a shit mark, but one thing you can do is chase and tackle, you know, and they're not tackling, man.
Yeah, and that's where it comes down to effort and the belief. I think they're actually learning how to lose when they should be learning how to win. So I mean, and they can just, even if they get a sniff of possibly, you know, being more competitive, they just drop their heads and go back into defense mode. So watching the game, and I do watch the game every week. It's the same thing every week, and I know what you're saying, Manny. You know, who wants to coach us and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing much I can do, mate, at the end of the day. And you know, being a coach or somebody that's looking at coaching, they probably don't want to coach us a football club because of what they're seeing. But you know, you just don't know in the future, mate. So
you'll get a coach. You'll get a coach. Of course, you'll get a coach.
And the thing is, it's probably
$5 million, Rocky, for you. Of course,
$5 million, eh? Jesus, $5 million over 5. That's $25 million. I reckon Chris Scott will be fucking running over there to want to coach the club.
Maybe get Damien Harwick back, mate. Gold Coast are not travelling too well, mate. There was a little bit of a whisper with Damien Harwick as well. So, you know, anything can happen in the game of football. Anything can happen on the way you perform. And Carlton, they obviously perform really well, but the proof is always going to be a pudding once they get their coach. But anyway, besides that, I just think that Essendon just need to take more risks and just have some belief. And we still got a few more games towards the end of the year to try and prove that, you know, the players are capable. And that's the thing. Like I was saying, these players now, these leaders, all of a sudden we're bagging them. You're bagging them. Now that they're winning, we all seem to fucking love them. So
that's what you want.
That's what we want.
You want your leaders.
Yeah.
You want, because you know why you bag your leaders. You know why I bag Cripps and Walsh and Wiedering. You know why I bag them more? Because I know what they can do.
Correct. And I've seen
when they don't do it, you go like you can't bag a young kid because you go, man, but a Cripper, if you're not performing, your standards are a lot higher than a young kid's. His standards are a lot higher. So I'm gonna criticize him completely different to what a young kid. And this is why now I'm loving what Cripps is doing. But in the first 8 rounds, I was not happy. I mean, hey, David Rees-Jones, the great David Rees-Jones on Blue Sunday, was saying exactly the same thing. He was going, where are the leaders? And this is a Norm Smith medalist, you know, going, where are the leaders?
Experienced players. Like, I mean, you had Jay Caldwell come back. Now, I've seen this kid play, mate. He's a hard nut. He goes in. He's a tough player. He played his 100th game. And, mate, the first 4 possessions, honestly, they were just fucking simple turnovers. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, you're only 30 meters away from the player. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So when you see that, it's like a disease. The rest of the players
100%.
And it's like
100%.
This is so much better than this. You know, and we're getting some players coming back this week again. So we're starting to get like a bit of a full list going. Peter Wright will be back, and you know, so we've got these players coming back into the side. But they're not doing anything. Every single player, Harry Jones, you know, like he was a decent player, floating, taking marks, centre half forward. Mate, you can't even touch the ball. Like,
listen, winning.
Setterfield's probably going to be going to win. No, he'll end up being best and fairest.
He probably will, and that's disappointing again. Somebody that they were going to get rid of, and they threw him back on the list because of a long-term injury list.
And he's the best player.
Yeah, see, I just don't get it. And that's what's frustrating to me and a lot of Essendon supporters. We know what we've got there. We need to start learning how to win. And things can change quite quickly, but it's dragging.
And before we go on, winning is contagious, but losing is contagious too.
Correct.
So
Spot
you
on.
keep losing and you keep missing goals and you keep missing targets. It's contagious. One player does it, then the next player does it. Losing mentality now is but when you're winning one game in 26, that's losing mentality, and you've got to get out of that.
It's never heard of, mate. It's never heard of at the Essendon Football Club. One game in 26, mate. Like,
Pretty
you gotta
bad.
think about-
I'm actually feeling.
You know,
I actually
I'm
feel
watching-
sorry for you.
I'm watching
I
games
can't
every
even.
week.
I
Yeah.
can't even give it to you anymore. I feel that,
Yeah.
you know, I'm starting to feel bad for you. Hey, there's a
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
from AI. So at the end of the year,
Chat.
same questions are going to come up. It's going to happen again. Do you still trade Merritt to the Hawks, even if they offer less this year? Or do you,
Yeah, they certainly
if
will
he
be
wants
offering-
to go, let's say he wants to go again.
Yeah, so if he wants to go to the Hawks, I think Essendon's still got be a little bit stronger, see what he's worth to the club. So if it's a first rounder, I would take that straight away.
Just one. You were getting 3 last year.
Yeah, I know, but at the moment it's another year down the track. Look,
So
Merritt,
you're going to
Merritt
get
to
less.
me, yeah, you're going to get less. So, but Merritt to me, I don't know why he's playing in the back line. I reckon he's turned the
Someone
ball
asked
over.
that. Someone
Yeah.
asked that before. Like, why is he playing in the fucking back line now all of a sudden?
I don't get
Like
it.
you're going,
If-
you know what that
Yeah.
is? There's your defensive mentality.
That's right.
You chuck
Exactly.
your prime mover
Yep.
in defense. Like, why?
Yeah, and he's an elite kicker. He used to set up a lot of play for the Essendon Football Club, like the players. Now he's gone back and he's turning the ball over. If anything, put him forward.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like put him forward and let him create if you're gonna keep this player. But and at one stage you just looked at it and thought, okay, we're in this game. You know, we're 3 goals down, but you don't see him in the midfield. Now normally you would, wouldn't you? Normally you'd say your best midfielder. The game's in the balance. Let's put Merritt back in the center. They still didn't do it. So there's obviously
You reckon they're
Something's
doing this? Lowering his value so the Hawks could pay less for him.
possibly.
You know what I mean? He playing in the back, not playing well, and then you turn around and you go, well, you know, it's not that fucking
Actually,
good, man.
I actually think the other comment is better. The
Which one?
one about what you guys did with TDK. I reckon maybe Essendon are kind of just putting him on ice, being like, you know what, the season's done. We're not going to
that
go
makes
much
more
further.
sense.
So
Yeah, just keep him. Don't
let's
injure
make
him.
sure he doesn't get injured, so that maybe we
Yeah.
still get a bit of value.
Yeah, we get a few
I
dollars
think
from
that's
him,
more
yeah.
what's happening.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows, mate?
This
But look,
one
if he
here.
wants to go, at the end of the day, he needs to go. That's all there is. Pretty simple. You can't hold a player anymore. So
No, that's right.
Even though you said you had to stick fat and keep him last year, and he was in the same boat, now you're changing your mind.
well, he's not performing. So you know what I mean? He obviously doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. No, that's all it is, man. He doesn't want to be there.
No, he doesn't want to be there. He's
He'll
upset
go
now.
play great for Hawthorn or wherever next year, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to play for your club. And you're right, but like, yeah, I do feel
And
bad.
it's
for
a
him.
run-off. It's a run-off effect on the players as well. So
Yeah.
that's what I don't understand. Why they still playing him? You know what I mean? Like they should be firm and say, well, if you don't want to play for this club, and that's where you need a coach or leaders at the club to say, well, if you don't want to play for us, mate, piss off, go back in the reserves, and give somebody else an opportunity. Sardis is a prime example. I still don't know why this kid keeps on getting dropped. He had 42 possessions in the resis on the weekend.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't know. I mean, he is a little bit lazy, and his disposal's probably not elite, but so is more than half the team that are a little bit lazy as well. So I just don't get why they're not giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, no, I like a lot of what you've said tonight, actually, man. You've been really good. And you're spot on. It is, because I feel a bit the same. It's frustrating. It's like watching my team as well. It's like, look, our season's done, but like, let's have a crack. Why aren't we having a crack? Why are we not giving opportunities to these players? Like,
100%.
so I
man.
totally understand your frustration, man.
Yeah, there comes a stage, Mark, and you're one that you back your club, even like you agree with stuff when it's wrong. You know, you can't do that, man. You got to, like, when they're doing things wrong, you got to look at it and go, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, you're ruining everything, man. Like fucking hell, man. Like, and it goes through the club. It just goes like a disease. It just goes through the club where bad decisions, bad attitude just starts. And this is what I'm saying, like, are people going like, oh, you should tank to get Cody Walker? Mate, you got to have a winning mentality. You don't want to be going to a team that's got this losing mentality, mate. Like, don't think that one player is going to fix everything, mate. You got to be in a winning. The team's got to be winning games, mate, and then we worry about the rest. But that's good. Yep, you're being honest tonight, Mark.
Look, I know when to be honest with my fellow Essendon supporters that I know quite a lot of, and we do have massive discussions, and we know where we're at. We to be honest, we're probably in a little bit of disbelief, to be honest, that the club is at this stage, and we're not used to it. We're used to a lot of success, but you know, I might banter a little bit on the show. You know, it's all a little bit of part of it, but I do know where we're at. I do know where we're at, and not only be honest 100% to my colleagues out there.
No, you got to be honest to the people that are watching you now. That's what they want from you, man. They're waiting for it. They're waiting you to be honest about this side. Yeah, there's banter and there's like, you got to support your team, and you do, but you got to be honest. And even Matula says, Mark is speaking from the heart tonight. See what happens when you fucking look. And I don't just bag you. I give you credit when credit is due. So, they're in a bad spot.
Good on you, Mark.
You just go into the next one. But at the moment, reality is this. That's what reality is at the moment, man. One game in 26, Manny.
It's good to see Richmond are not getting any further away, though.
No, they're not getting too far ahead.
Well, it's one of those scenarios again there, Rocco. As you can see, the current football club is slowly creeping up, and it's like one of those little spiders that's on steroids. It's slowly growing, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's slowly going to start taking down a lot of big names. It's a lot of scalps. It's beaten Geelong, and it's beaten GWS, and that surely it's also beaten a couple of little teams. And you know what? A win's a win, and you should be happy with that. And it's sad to see that Essendon and Richmond are just sitting there on the bottom, man. It's supposed to be forever rivals. It's supposed to be banter. It's about, you know, having that competitive spirit. At the moment, you guys are just, fuck, it's just terrible. You know, it's like making a pizza dough and you forget to put the yeast in there, and it's just, you know, it's hard. It's going to be, at the moment, it's one competition. The tournament is telling me that the Bombers will win the wooden spoon. Thank you for waving that around, Rocco. They've definitely got the Bombers name on there. But Fremantle, there's a hot team at the moment. Fremantle is looking hot. Sydney Swans, injuries are slowly creeping up, and that may take its toll over the next 5 weeks, and that's an important part of the season now, Rocco. The business end of the I think Hawthorn and Geelong have pretty much telling us that they're going to be up there. Brisbane, I don't know, but Adelaide, that's the team that I think people need to start fearing, because Adelaide's starting to look good. But at the moment, it's just not happy days for the Bombers and for the Tigers. Back to you, Rocco.
What do you mean Adelaide are playing good? They just got beaten by fucking Port. They got smashed.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. That's okay, mate. They can have one bad game. That's okay. I still reckon the Crows are going to be. I reckon the Crows are going to be up there, mate. The Crows are going to be up there. Believe me.
Now, we're just. I'm just going to. We're just going to be serving.
Is this a presentation?
Weeks to go.
All right. Hey, listen, everyone stick around, because after we finish these games, we're not going to do the quiz, but we're bringing back up our predictions that we did at the start of the year. And we're going to see how they are looking now. I've got all the graphics, so no one can lie. It's all there. So get ready for see how good we were. All right. What do we got next? Oh, yeah. So now we have got next week's games, haven't we?
Whoa.
Yeah.
We have to.
Did you get the tips? Oh, they're for next week.
Yeah, we'll do this after that.
That's right, yeah.
Here we go.
There he is.
Big
There
game.
he is.
Saturday. This will be at, what is it? What's their stadium? Is that NG or is it what? No, it's not NG. Which one is it?
People's First.
Oh, there it is first. Oh, it is there. It's right there. Sorry, People's First. 4:15.
Collingwood's done
People's
second.
First Day. I think it'll be an interesting game. The Suns have been going shit house, but over there, they're always a different team over there. So, what do you reckon, Manny?
No, look, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. I think this is an opportunity for the Magpies to, if they're able to get a good, strong win against Gold Coast up there, it would be fair to say that they're starting to cement themselves as possibly a finals contender. But at the moment, the balance is not right there at the moment. We've had a lot of injuries. We've had players in and out, but it's a usual story. We've got the old the Goey, and we've got Schultz, and we've got Houston and Membray, and the Dacos brothers who are still going in there, and they're fighting hard. And look, I think Collingwood will win this game. I think they're going to win this game by at least 4 goals. And, I think it's going to be the game that's going to make us, let the other teams know that we're back, baby. We're back. So that's what I think.
Fair enough. That's it. Maybe
Man,
one coming
Gold Coast got a
down.
good record against you guys, do they not? I thought they
I did-
normally do
I
pretty
did-
well against you.
Yeah, they do. And I did hear you call him that membrane. So it wasn't
Membray,
just me.
Membray. Sorry, Rocco Morrow.
We said in the membrane, got no brain.
Membrane. Don't worry, I'm
So-
not one to
so-
talk, but you did say
so-
membrane.
Yeah, Membray.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, so Membray, look, it's we've got a really good record when we play interstate. Actually, I think we're probably the best team when playing interstate. So, some records are there, and we maintain that. And I know we're a different side this year, but I think we're going to beat. I think we're going to beat the Suns comfortably. We're going to beat them comfortably.
Yeah. No, I remember that game last year. Like, Suns got out like well ahead,
Membrane.
and then you guys clawed them all the way back. I was like, how are the Suns bottling this? I remember that. Yeah.
I
But
think
they
it'd
are
be
looking
very
at-
disappointing if Gold Coast
Melbourne
didn't
by
beat
10.
Collingwood this week. If Gold Coast don't beat Collingwood, mate, I think, mate, Gold Coast are in a bit of trouble, mate. These guys were premiership favourites, I think, after round 2 or 3. And they've dropped off the perch. So I think Gold Coast up there this week, they're going to give Collingwood a little bit of a spud kicking, I reckon. Yep, spot on. So I reckon Collingwood, yeah, you've had your little wins against your Tigers and all that kind of stuff. But I think Gold Coast, if they really want to be contending to make finals, I think this is the game that they're going to give Collingwood a bit of a. Is Pendlebury playing? Pendlebury?
I don't know.
They're resting him, are they? They're resting him for.
I don't know. I don't know. The team's not out yet. I don't know. It's a good question. I think he if he's good and he's healthy and he's good to play, I think he will play. So
Yeah.
What does Manny do for work? Not much, I'll tell you that much.
hey, Gunners. Does that mean that he barracks for the Gunners?
The Gunners.
The Gunners. Yeah, that's right. The Gunners.
He reckons you work at Bunny.
PSG. Tell him I'm a big PSG fan. So keep
Gunners,
smiling.
I think Gunners were like the Guns N' Roses.
PSG. But
Guns N' Roses.
I do work at
He
the
does.
Bunnings
He
warehouse. I
does.
work
He
at
barries
Bunnings
for the
warehouse.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be interesting this week. All right, let's quickly go through this one.
Whoa! Big
Saturday
road.
night game, Richmond Carlton.
Stealth night.
7:35 at the G.
You'd get 85, wouldn't you? 85, 90.
Mate, it's stealth night, mate. This is a big event for us. Got a flash new jersey and everything, mate.
You have got a new jersey.
Yeah,
You should have put
I'm
the new
telling you,
jersey on there.
that's a good luck charm. We might only lose by 10 goals now. Nah, look, yeah, look, obviously, I come into this game more confident because of what we produced in the first game, in the first game of the season. You know what I mean? I think, obviously, though, as we've said, like the Carlton that we played back in round one compared to the Carlton that we're about to play this week, they're a much better team. They're not going to be as good. And to be honest, the team that we were back in round one compared to the team that we are now probably isn't as good. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. But I still feel like there is a chance in this game. I think, as I just said, and what I always say, if we play positive, if we actually move the ball quick, take the game on, go at Carlton, where every chance. Big thing again, tackling. That's what we need to improve. And I mean, I don't know who it was who said it about Essendon with 9 players without a tackle. We had 8 players without a tackle on the weekend.
Oh wow!
So we're not doing that great either. So that's one thing that I'll be watching very closely in this game. But no, look, like I said, we're a chance for sure. I do have to tip with my head, and I think I did because, as I said to Enzo, I'm ahead in the tipping. I'd like to stay ahead in the tipping, so I'll stick with Carlton as my tip. But yeah, I'll be there Saturday night cheering hard for the Tigers. That's all.
Yeah, it should be. We're going in favourites. I can't see where you're going to beat us on the ground at all. If we're looking at it on paper now, I really can't see it. Is Lynch be back this week?
It's a good chance, I believe. I think he's touch and go.
I mean, as you said, 8 plays without a tackle. Midfield, even last week, I mean, the one interesting we put Pitternet in the spotlight last night. He's been okay. He hasn't been the greatest, but Mackay's been like rucking around the ground, helping him out. So, but he lost again. He lost the tap outs, but we won clearances. So midfield's working beautifully at the moment. Of course, that's where it's won and lost, isn't it? Defense is holding up strong, very strong. It's hard to get through our defense. I think we're now 3rd or 2nd points conceded in the league or something. I mean, we've dropped from like 15. Like I can't remember what the stat was, but we're right up there now. Defense is holding up, and we're kicking goals. Like the good thing about last week was, I think we had 10 different goal scorers. So we're spreading the load. They're all kicking goals. You know what I mean? It's not just one. Harry kicks his 3, but also Burns kicks 3. Haywood's kicking 2. Ainsworthy's kicking goals. You know, Cripper's getting up there kicking goals. You know, Hewitt's kicking a couple. Midfield's starting to kick goals. You know, Jagger, they're all kicking goals now. And that's, I think, a big difference in our side also now. We're not relying on kicking at the Kerno or even Mackay, because he's not up there always. You know, we've got a spread of goal kickers, and I think that makes a huge difference because we're leading now. You got to see us. The forward line is functioning properly. I don't get it. It's functioning properly now. When they're going forward, they're not just blazing away. They're waiting. They're getting leads. You know what I mean? They're running. They're also, when they're attacking the whole team, you know what I mean? Now we're pushing up, you know what I mean? So we're actually attacking the ball. We weren't pushing back the way we were in previous, you know, games. You know,
how would you be if you were boss? How would you be?
He did do an interview last week and that. I mean, I don't take much out of it. He'd be like, to me, I'd be spewing.
Yeah.
I'd be spewing. And I mean, the players, and he did say like, oh, you know, like the team was building and all that. But mate, you weren't getting anything out of the side. Let's be serious. You weren't getting anything out of the side, man. This was on you. This was on you. There was something wrong. You weren't communicating. They weren't playing for you. Now they are. they're playing it completely, he'd be spewing. And deep inside, you've got to be fucking hurting. Man, you win 6 in a row and you're looking like, and now people are saying, oh, you're going to make the finals, you're going to make top 6. And fucking 6 weeks ago, they sacked him and it's been an instant turnaround. How would you feel? Like, would you be spewing on your fucking players? You'll be spewing on yourself? Was he too stubborn? Was he not listening to the players? Was he not listening to his coaches? You know what I mean? I don't know. But to me, I'd be dirty.
Yeah, oh, for sure. So what do you reckon? You're going to give Liam a bit of a buffer?
I'll give him what you gave him, 4 goals.
Oh, get in. All right.
Really?
I don't know how I feel about this getting pity, but I'll be happy if it comes off. So we'll see.
Okay. Okay, 4 goals is 4 goals. Why not? There you go.
What was it? 34 something?
Oh, Liam, mate. Jeez.
No, we beat you guys by 10 points. I said that at the start, Liam.
Yeah.
It's a close
Yeah,
game.
there's 4 goals.
And if we lose, I'll sing the song while eating a chili.
It's good.
Flat out eating a chili, and I'll get one of the fucking hot ones back there, man. My missus has got a plan out there that's like death. Man, it's fucking hot, man. It's bad. Yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of pity, but do you want to take it or not? You taking it?
Yeah, like I said, if you go offer it, I'll take it.
Oh, he's been how he's playing hard to get. Come on, Liam. Of course you'll take it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Of course you'll take it.
I'm bargaining, you know.
Bargaining.
No.
Will Taranto? I think you're gonna. Yeah, will Taranto play on the kryptonite?
Nah, yeah, I did message Enzo back. I think at times, yes, when he runs through the midfield, but wouldn't be surprised if we see him play forward a fair bit more again, especially after that performance last week. And if we're actually going to try put players like Seth Campbell, Morris Yoli a bit more through the midfield, you'll see Taranto more up forward this week, I reckon.
And with Cripper now, he's moving forward a lot more, and he's actually kicking goals. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, our captain's 195 centimeters. He was taller than Curnow. He's 195 centimeters. He's a big forward, man. He can take a mark up there, and he's now kicking goals. So, you know, with players like Cripper and last week, I mean, him and what's the West Coast player's name? Fucking
Reid.
Yeah, Harley Reid. They were on each other a couple of times, and I think Cripper showed him a lesson a couple of times, but he was good, Harley Reid. He's a good player, mate, and he's going to be a champion in the future. But it's hard to stop these players. You can't tag them. Like you just gotta like try to nullify them a little bit.
Yeah. But you got to give credit to Harley Reid because there was a little bit of banter between him and Cripps, but at the end of the day, I think it showed that Harley Reid, you know, at the end of the day, you know, showed respect to Cripps because he knows that at the end of the day, you know, I might be the new upcoming future of the West Coast Eagles, but you know, you got to give respect to some players, you know, and Cripps, you know, that whatever his name is, that Tosprot was saying that Cripps was down and out, and now Cripps all of a sudden is saying, yeah, stick this up your fucking nostril. Anyway.
No, it was good. It was good. All right, let's get in. So we'll do that. 4 goals. I'll give you 4 goals. Loser sings a song. I'll sing it with the chili. And then we've got this. These are like those fucking, you know, the games that are a waste of game at the end of the round. 3:15 on a Sunday. Hey, this is look. They're without TDK. All of a sudden he's fucking injured, but they're playing okay. But this is a game you should be looking at trying to win this game. Like, you've got a chance of winning this game. I don't think so, but you should be looking at this one of the games where, hey.
Yeah. Well, I can assure you, Rocco, that if we play anything like we did on Sunday against the Kangaroos, mate, we will get done by 80 points. I can just see St Kilda just piling on the goals against us if we're going to continue not tackling and committing to playing at least some form of brand of football. So, look, in saying that, I think, look, again, there's a couple of players, 2 meter Peter coming in through. I think he's going to help Caddy and help possibly, just deter some good backmen away. But look, we need to just take the game on, commit, tackle, run and carry again. I keep saying it every week, but like Liam was referring to, take the game on and just if we go down, we go down. But it is a crucial game for St Kilda. I thought they would have been a lot more higher than what they are at the moment. They're sitting 14th, I think it might be. That's pretty sad to know that they've bought some big quality players and they're sitting towards the bottom of the ladder. And I think they're looking at possibly getting Lockie Neal as well. So they know where they're going to get the money from. But it's quite interesting to see where St Kilda are going at this stage. So, like you're saying, Rocco, it is a good opportunity. It is an opportunity to get our second win for the year. So let's try and play as a team. Forget about all the bullshit that's going on, and just try and put up some form of performance this week against the Saints. So I'm going to keep the faith going. I'm going to continuously back my Bombers, and I think if we get in front in the last quarter, I think we'll win by 23 points.
You say that every week. You say the same time.
I was waiting for it.
23 points or 23
points. If we hit the lead in the last quarter, I think it's going to give us a bit of a sniff. We might have some belief. And if we do, I think we might just run away with the game towards the last 5 minutes. So come on, Bombers. Let's show some grit, mate. Come on, let's run out the season. Let's do something. Don't think, do. And just take the game.
I think the only thing that you guys might sniff is what's that $1 million player? What's his name? That Nair. It's got a ranking name. What's his name? For St Kilda. Yeah. I think the only thing you're going to do is you're going to sniff his jocks at the end of the fucking day because you guys.
That's the thing, man. That's the opportunity.
You got no hope because you're living in an illusion. This is not a magic show. Abracadabra.
Magic can sometimes be can happen, mate. So, but yeah, we're the type of team that brings players into form. So, again, you were saying about this player. Well, they're not doing nothing, St Kilda, are they? They're doing jack shit with all these players.
But you know what? But you know what, though, Mark. You got to remember something that just because you buy, all these players. It doesn't mean all of a sudden you're expecting them to. You got to give them a bit of time, and I reckon that next year.
St Kilda time.
I think next year St Kilda is going to be a very different side because players are going to start getting used to each other. Players are going to start learning their game. It's not a matter of you pick. He's worth $1 million. He's worth $1 million. Let's put them all together. It's not about the value of the player. It's how they're going to play and how well they're going to play together. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what it's all about.
I get that, Manny. But at the end of the day, you go out and buy all these players, and you're still sitting 14th on the ladder, mate. So at least be competitive to make finals, mate. You know what I mean?
I don't think they'll ever win with Ross Lyon as head of the coach. I don't think he'll ever win with Ross Lyon. I think that's the problem there, man. He's just he had his chances, but that was a mistake getting Ross Lyon over to that club again for the second time. I don't get it. But anyway, that's up to you. The Sir Simos, hello. How are all the decisions tonight? They've been all absolutely fantastic, except for Mark's decisions for picking Essendon. Everything else has been.
Now, I wanted to ask Mark one thing, actually. Instead of the game, Can you give us a prediction now? What will the attendance for the game be?
Oh, yeah, that's a better one. I want to hear that. What's the attendance this week?
Let's try something different.
Essendon and St Kilda Sunday afternoon. I think you'd get probably close to 44,000.
Way.
Right, lock it in.
What is
Actually,
it? 44.
44,000.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. While I'm on that though, we may have to talk about this next week because we did fixturing last week. But have you guys seen the fixturing for this week? Like, the Essendon game's on the same time as the other Sunday game. They've got 2 Saturday games on at the same time, 2 Friday games on at the same
Yeah, I
time.
don't
Yeah.
know.
But we want to do all this weird wild card.
Oh,
I don't even know what shit they were bringing out last week, but they can't. But they can't fix this. Yeah, right. Okay.
mate.
Oh, actually, Dan
telling ya.
Gorrin's one off. That was classic. That was one of my favorite moments of him. He
What
had a good
happened?
meltdown about it. He had a good meltdown about the fixture for this week. That was funny.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Funny boy.
Mate, they are the worst administration ever.
Mhm.
This mob here, all of them are the worst that's ever been at this club. At the AFL, VFL. The worst. No idea. No idea. Zero idea. Anyway, let's move on. We got a couple of, let's go through these games. And here we are. And as you can see, just quickly, Liam's gone for Brisbane. We've all gone for Geelong. And the only other difference, of course, is Mark. He's gone for Essendon, and he's gone for a draw. He's trying to come back from
I was
behind.
going to say, yeah. I was like, who's D, mate? Yeah.
He's gone for a draw against Carlton and Richmond.
Oh, wow.
You are just insane, mate. But
If
you get
it
five.
is a draw, how many points does he get for that?
We said it from the start of the year. If you pick the draw, you get 5.
I'm coming, boys. I'm coming.
All right, mate. Even if you get 5 for that, you're still about 10 behind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, maybe I'll pick another draw.
If you pick
Mate,
2 draws,
if you pick 1 draw, fair play. But if you pick 2,
if you pick 2 draws this year,
that's impressive.
Imagine that, hey, Manny? Imagine that, mate.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine, mate. But
nah,
you know
it's
what?
not going to happen.
You never know.
You're just going to be another 2 or 3 behind this week. That's all that's going to happen. Go, Liam.
Right, yo. Thursday night, Geelong and Brisbane down at Alphabet Stadium. Have a feeling Brisbane are coming into a little bit of form. I know it's down in Geelong, but historically, very bad team off the bye. I think they are the worst team off the bye, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna take my chance with Brisbane. But I'm not 100%, but I reckon if someone can find that stat, I'd say they're one of the worst teams off the bye. Maybe not the worst, but one. Anyway, we'll move on. The two Friday games on at the same time. We've got Sydney and Bulldogs in the first one at the SCG. That's pretty exciting. That'll be a good one. I think Sydney at home are a good team. Then the other game back in Perth. I know my sister's excited for Friday night footy. She'll be there. Actually, no, she won't. She's doing something. Doesn't matter. West Coast aren't going to win anyway. Adelaide's a very good team. They got to bounce back. Then Saturday we head down to Tassie. Hawthorn versus Melbourne. Melbourne actually got them last time, so I'm surprised we all tipped them. And Melbourne's playing good footy, but
but not in the last few weeks, man. They haven't been the best, Melbourne, have they? I think they've lost their last 2 or 3, haven't they?
Have they? They were doing all right for a while.
Yeah,
and they beat Hawthorn earlier, so who knows? And then you got Giants and Fremantle down at Corroboree Group Oval. Never heard of it. Doesn't matter. Freo are on a roll.
Corroboree Group Oval. Okay.
That's the give a bang.
A corroboree. Yeah, right. Anyway, then we've got the Stars. Collingwood. Manny's back in his team. That's good. But like I said, I think this is a must win for Gold Coast if they want to stay serious. They must win. I think they will. Then we've got my game and Rocco's game. It's a big one. Yeah, as I said, I'll be there. It's stealth round. It's exciting. I'm going with my heart, but like I said, I'm being competitive here. I'm trying to win this tip-in, so I've tipped Carlton, but yeah, not happy with that. Wish I could be like Mark in the next game Sunday, Essendon, St Kilda. He's tipped his team. Yeah, look, maybe you're a chance, but again, I think if St Kilda want to be serious, they've got to win. And then the last game, Port Adelaide, North Melbourne. I'm surprised no one took the risk on North Melbourne. I know Port just won a game, but they've been really inconsistent all year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you guys all agree with me. North suck. I don't care how many games they win, they suck.
And
That's
there you
the
go,
round.
Peter V.
That's just-
Peter V. always on the ball with all this stuff. He reckons since 2012, the Cats have struggled to secure wins after mid-season breaks and extended pre-final rest. So there you go. You're onto something there.
It's a fact. It's true. Like I said, I don't have any exact. Rocco Morris got it. Geelong win-loss record coming off a bye is 4 wins, 13 losses.
Wow.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you go. Liam's doing research before he's tipping. I like this.
This is why I'm on top, mate. I'm trying hard. I'm serious, mate. I'm going to bottle it, but it's fun at the moment.
Talking about that, you're 5 in front. I've caught up to Manny another one, so I'm almost taking that second spot. And Mark just keeps going down.
Mark, are you taking the draft next night? What's going on?
Yeah, that's exactly right, buddy. I'm not doing flip of the coin. That's why flip of the coin seems to come off for me.
I have to
mate, if you get that draw,
if I get
Yes.
if you get, you're still going to be behind. You're fucking 13 behind, Mark.
Yeah. Went a long way.
When did we draw? Was it start of 2023? Start of 2022? When was that game?
So even if I get all of them, I'm still only gained 1 on you, Liam, because everything else is the same here, isn't it? Yeah.
Wait, how many are you on? 92? Manny's on 93.
Yeah, 92, 93. So me and Manny,
Yes, I think.
well, we got the Collingwood one.
Yes, Manny and I have tipped 2 different, so
that's it. Me and Manny.
Manny could chase me here.
Yeah, so if I get mine, I'll gain 1 on Manny again, then we'll be a draw. So that's the only one. So this is going to be difficult, but anyway, we'll keep trying. What we're going to do now, guys, what are we up to? Leaderboard. All right, what we're going to do, guys, you're going to be excited. We're going to bring up what our predictions were for the year. So I'm going to try to bring them up here. I've got them over there, but I want to bring them up here, and I'll see if I can do this. I should be able to do this. Hold on. So the first one we're going to look at is, what do you want to look at? We're going to look at goal kicker. Let's have a look at goal kicker, who we predicted was going to be the leading goal kicker for the year. Let's have a look at this. All right, it's going to come up. So here you go. So this was our predictions at the start of the year. I went Mackay. Manny went Elliott. That's it. You're done there. Mark went 2 meter Peter, and Liam went Lynch. Now,
So what? I've got to check.
I reckon I'm still
near the mark, actually.
I think, well, Manny's done because Elliott's done for the year, so he's not going to be your leading goal kicker. I think I'm the only one who might be right here. Mackay, I still think might win this, even though he's not leading at the moment. McGovern and Kemp are our leading goal kickers. 2 defenders are our leading goal kickers at the moment, but I think I've got this one. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think I'm still in with a chance.
Yeah, you got to win the chance.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair,
gotta
Lynch
play.
has missed half the season and he's on 11 goals, and our top goal scorer, Steely Green, is on 13, and he's played every game. So
I suppose when your top goal is
if Lynch
only
comes
13,
back, he's every chance.
yeah, it's not hard to get in front. What about Peter Wright? What's he on?
Well, Peter Wright, geez, he's been injured most of the year as well. So those three players, Elliott, Wright, and Lynch, have pretty much been injured all year.
Well, so that's a default because Elliott's injured
You're
himself.
right on 11 as well.
So that's a default. You can't do anything about that now.
Yeah, that's right. So
It's
I
not
guess Peter
default.
Wright comes back this week, so there's 5 weeks to go. So if he can average another 2 or 3 goals per game, still got a chance.
It's not default. You picked it wrong. You shouldn't have picked him.
Yeah, because I knew he was going to injure himself like that. The poor
Yeah,
guy.
I know, but that's part of the thing, man. Like, it's not my fault he got
All right.
injured. Like, he
Okay.
got injured.
All right.
Like,
That's okay. That's all right. That's all
who
right.
you
No
picked.
worries.
There's no second chance. You fucked up. All right.
That's
Elliott,
okay.
100% Elliott's gone. So 100% Elliott's gone. Peter Wright's
Yeah.
still contention, and Lynch is still contention, and Mackay's still contention.
Yeah. So I'm sticking with it. I'm going to go halfway through the season. Who do you think's going to be your leading goal kicker now, Manny?
Well, that's an interesting question. It's very hard to say at the moment, but
Got Pendlebury.
no, not going to be Pendlebury. No. Well, look at Lockie Schultz is starting to kick goals. You got the Go who's starting to kick goals. You got
Yeah, Lockie Schultz.
even Nick Dacos is starting to kick goals. So
What about
Membry
Membrane?
starting to kick goals. So
I reckon
there's
Membrane.
No.
He's getting too
Membry.
old, mate. He's too old.
Membry.
He's too old.
I reckon
Membrane.
Membrane maybe will be your leading goal kicker.
Maybe.
It could be fucking Dacos.
Well, you never know.
All right, let's
never
have a
know.
look at the next one. What do we go next? Let's see. So, image file. All right. What are we going to go next? We'll have a look at best X Factor. This is a good one. Let's have a look what we thought was going to be our X Factor. Wow.
Oh,
Looks like Manny's got it right at the moment. Hey?
Yeah, well,
I think Manny's taking the
The only
points here.
X Factor E. Holland's had was an X Factor. Not fucking
Whoa.
X Factor of
That's a
not
massive combo.
X Factor of being a viral clip around the world, man. That's the only X Factor he got this year. So yeah, that one's definitely wrong. Yeah, but this is a bit like your injury. Who was to know that he was going to do that? But unfortunately, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? But yeah, so he's done. Yeah. I think you were right.
Yeah.
You're pretty right there, Manny.
Yeah.
So, even Mark's pick's pretty good.
Mark's pick's pretty good. And you,
Harry Armstrong did nothing. He's been out since round 3. Don't even think he kicked a goal when he played. So, yeah.
But I think Lockie Schultz, it's fair to say he's I'm accurate on that one, and thank you for your support, Matula. You're always backing me up. Always backing me up. Matula is one of my favorites. Actually, she's my favorite. She always backs me up. So thanks, Matula.
I mean, that's not backing up. That's just saying, like, you were right this one. You fucked up the last one, you got this one right.
Okay, that's all right, but doesn't matter. But she gives me that stamp of approval, which is good.
So at this stage, I'm probably
We
leading.
were definitely way off.
This stage, I'm leading.
I mean,
No way.
Yeah, well, Caddy, even Liam agrees.
We're not talking about goal scorers, you know.
oh,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's the total of what we've picked so far. I'm projecting this way, going up.
hang on.
He's getting desperate. He's getting desperate. Okay, but we'll give it to you if you want. We'll
So-
give it to you.
Well, you can't say that you're leading the first one. You went Peter right. He's not even
Yeah,
getting
but
on to the ground.
I'm still in contention, so he's coming back to play.
We're
He's
all
out
in
for-
contention. I mean, but
No, Elliott's gone.
Right.
So so Schultz, okay. So I'm probably just leading by about
Well, you
10%.
both got one
Who's-
because your first one. No.
Who's Elliot? Who's Elliot?
Well,
He's talking about
gone,
the
isn't he?
last
He's finished. He's not even going to compete to be
Nah,
leading.
I'm gonna give Manny the points because Elliot kicked
No.
17 goals. Peter Wright only kicked 11.
Yeah, but Peter Wright's that's that. All right, okay. We'll wait till the end of the year.
Hang
Then,
on,
all right?
hang
Wait till the
on.
end of
I'll
the year.
filter it. Elliot
Anyway, at
average
the moment-
1.5 a game.
At the
Peter
moment,
average
Is it
1.1
is
a
it
game.
is it raining?
Elliot's
Is it
better.
raining where you guys are? Is it raining where you
It's
guys are? 'Cause
Yeah, it
I'll
is.
tell you what, I can hear this rain, and it's raining
Oh,
cats
yeah, it
and
is.
dogs.
Fucking in
Yeah,
there.
it's raining hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, Manny.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I'm not going for a walk then, am I? Bit rude.
Rocco Morto reckons, how can he be your X Factor? He should be your main man, Mark, not X
Yeah,
Factor.
No, not yet. Not yet. This year it was the
Oh,
start of
mate.
the year.
Actually, I'll be the X Factor soon because I've got to sing the song, haven't I?
That's
Don't worry.
exactly
Very good, very good, very good. I like that.
Not
Stay
yet.
tuned for the song.
Oh,
Next one.
Yes, sir.
All right, next one we'll go. Goal kicker. We go first year player. Best first year player.
best first year. Oh, I know what I pick.
So I think
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty
Well,
much got that. Peter
yeah.
Dean might be right up there, but
Yeah.
for the last one before we go, the X Factor. I gave Manny an opportunity. My opportunity now is I'm going to go either Peter Dean or Billy Wilson. I'm going to go Billy Wilson. I'm going to go Billy. I'm going to go Billy. You know what I mean? And what about you? You've got a bit of a chance. You can pick someone, Liam.
pick for what? For
Well, yeah,
Rising Star.
Instead of Armstrong, who's your X Factor now that you've gone halfway through the year?
Tom Lynch.
Gee, do we have an X Factor? It's probably been Morris Rioli, to be honest.
Oh,
When he's on, yeah. Oh, what am I trying to think of?
there you go. No, that's fair enough. That's a good
X
one.
Factor. Yeah, no, I'll stick with Morris. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to call him. That's okay.
All right. So first best year, I think I'm pretty much on the mark there. It's going to be Smith or Dean, which is good that we got two. But yeah, I'm sticking with Smith. He would definitely be. He could very much win the Rising Star. You went Anderson.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I think he's doing okay at the moment. Yeah, he's doing okay at the moment.
He looks like a fucking 1980s player, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does look pretty old.
It looks like he could play in one of those movies where he's come to clean your pool.
Yeah, he does too with the mustache. And then you got Sharp. What about you? There,
Yeah, Dyson Sharp. Well, again, another player that's been mainly injured throughout the year, but mate, this kid shows big potential. So, yeah, he hasn't had an opportunity to play. That's the thing. Injured again all year, pretty much. So,
so he's not your first. He's not going to be your best
he
first year
won't
player.
be our best first year player. Yeah,
So who is it going to be? You reckon now?
I think it'll be close to possibly Farrow. I think Farrow will probably take the award for the best first year player.
And then you've got Girl.
It's Grill. Come on. He's played every game.
What
He's
the
only missed
fuck?
one
I mean,
game.
you got the worst names. You got Uze and this Grill. Like, what do you do? Like, did they just get a bunch of letters and just throw them at the wall? Like,
Look at your guy's name, Smith. How many people do you know named Smith?
You got
That's
no
like everyone's name. At least get something different, mate.
You got no valves in your name.
That's why it's unique.
Unique. That looks like it's Girl J.
Grillage.
What?
Grillage.
Well,
Glidge.
well, now you can get stuff now. You're not getting the point for this one. I'm getting the point because he has been our best first year player. Harry Dean's been your best, so you're wrong. I'm right. Unlucky. Move on.
Well, if I can go back,
This
Angus-
is our prediction till the end of the year.
well,
So
Angus
at the
Anderson.
moment, I'm doing pretty good.
Well,
So
Angus
are you.
Anderson.
Mate, he's not even the best first year player on your team.
Who?
Well,
He's
what he said.
He's
but
in his second
he can't-
season, mate.
This is what he said this. It's not all right. But we discussed this at the start of the year, so don't start bringing up fucking bullshit here. We discussed this at the first of the year because he was out with, because he was out with an injury completely, because he's still eligible for the Rising Star. So he didn't play in his first year through injury, not because he didn't play like, oh, he wasn't good enough. He didn't play because he fucking was out for 12 months with an injury, right? So it is his first year.
Who's that? Is that
He's going to get
Smith?
injured on the weekend, mate. Tim Taranto, running through the fourth.
Come on, bro. Fucking, you're talking about it.
Well,
You think
we can still get
Jagger
concussions,
Smith-
mate. He's gone.
Man, I reckon Hewitt's going to beat fucking Taranto, let alone Jagger. Come on, bro.
That's all right, mate. He doesn't need
And
to beat him. He just needs to take him out.
And is this girl Jay playing or what?
Mate. The women's team doesn't start till August, mate. What are you talking about?
Uze, you got Uze and girl Jay. Like, seriously.
Is this all you can bag us out on? We're
I
second
can
worst
bag
team in the comp, mate, and you're bagging out our names. Give us a rest.
Yeah, man, Curvis.
No, I can also bag you for this.
Yeah, I know, man.
I can bag you for many things.
That's what I said, mate. You've got good material, mate.
No, it is good.
I
I'm just
like his
saying,
name, mate.
they're weird names.
I'm kicking off, mate. No, Abby.
All right, let's have a look at the. So, sorry, we'll go back to it. I reckon I'm on target. Collingwood's on target, and I reckon you're on target, and I reckon Mark was off there only because he didn't play. But anyway, he's off there, so he didn't get that one right. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one was, let's go with, what did we go here? All right, next one would be, all right, best and fairest. Who's going to be the best and fairest winner? Let's have a look who we went for. Let's have a look at this.
Fuck.
Ouch.
Jeez.
So I reckon I'm pretty close there. So in our votes on TJB, in that he's coming in third only because Carroll got injured. So, but he's climbing. It could be Cripper. Cripper, the way he's playing, he's finishing strong. So he could be Vink. But I'm still on target. I might get that.
Fair. Podium.
I think it's fair to say I've already got that target.
Yeah, you got that one there.
Yeah, no, he'll come second, mate.
Yeah, he'll come
Second in the
second.
Brownlow.
He'll come second in the Brownlow. And
He didn't
second-
even get the best and fairest last year, did he? Didn't Darcy Cameron get it?
Yeah, I don't think he got it last year.
Even the year before, I think his brother got it as well. So that's unbelievable. I can't believe that.
Yeah. What about Parrish?
Yeah, that was a massive downer, that one there. I would have expected a lot more from Darcy Parish this year, but not to be.
Perished the thought.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad.
And Vlosten?
Yeah. Oh,
I think Vlosten's
he
lost
missed a
it.
couple games at the start, and then he
That's
came back.
That's another unusual name, Vlosten.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Vlosten's
look
lost
at
it.
him. Let's call him Loston, but we're just going to add a V.
Yeah.
Well, everyone calls him Bolos Stone. I don't know where they get the stone from, but
Loston.
because he's
Boston.
Loston. All right. Anyway, do you reckon he'll take it or what?
Hey, Bocek reckons Manny
may
wins
be
this
top
one.
5 at best, to be honest. I
Thank
think
you very much,
Jack
Bocek.
Ross is ahead of him.
All right. Well, I think we've spoken enough about this Floston, Boston, Roston, Coston. Yeah.
So do you
What
reckon he'll
would
do
you
it or
like me to
what?
do? Get draft players with normal names? Oh,
Well, yeah, just something like if they can't even get a good name, how are they going to be a good player?
That's right.
he won our best and fairest last year. He already is a great player.
But
And
you're
you know
gonna
what
win
he's
it this
got?
year. We don't
He's
care
got
about last year.
premiership.
We care
3
about
of them.
forever rivals.
Unlucky.
Is he going to
Yeah,
win
mate,
it this
he's
year?
actually won a final this decade.
Okay, well then who's leading so far this year? Well, to me, I think Sam Durham is leading at this stage.
And you? What about you?
Yeah, good pick. I'll back you.
And what about you? Are you sticking
Liam?
with Loston?
Nah, I reckon I'd say Jack Ross is our leading man at the minute. I'm going to go
Oh, there
Jack
you go.
Ross.
Manny,
No, I
you
think
still
the
sticking
only
with
one.
Manny?
Oh,
the
look,
only one that's-
I'm thinking about changing.
Lockie
I'm thinking
Schultz.
about, no, I'm gonna stick with Nick Dacos because you have to. You know, I mean, the Bombers would love. You know what? We might do you guys a favour and organise to send you
Yeah, but
over some
Manny, his
some of,
average is coming
some of Nick
second.
Dacos' DNA.
His average is second, mate. He's averaging second, so maybe
Doesn't
You-
matter,
you
mate.
want-
You know what? He's a great entertainer. He's a great player. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, he is a good player. Rocco, are you going to stick with Walshy there, or are you going to go Peter Dean?
No, not best and fairest. He won't. It'll probably be Cripper or Walsh. I'm going to stick with Walsh, but it could be Cripper coming through because he tends to get a lot of votes and he's doing a good job. But I'm going to stick. I think I'm on target here. But at the end of the day, Tigers have weird ass names.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think Manny's probably the most secure in this one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think Manny's taking the points with his calls.
Yeah. Easy pickings. Yeah. No challenge. No kind of. Just
Next, please. Thank you.
next, please.
I don't like you guys bragging. I don't like you guys bragging about me. Thank you.
I reckon I've done all right. The only one I really
Yeah, I'm
missed out
loving
on
it, mate.
the only one I really missed out on was Elijah Hollins. He was going to pick that. I don't reckon the rest are still in play. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And the last one, this is the best one. Let's have a look at this, people in the chat. It's coming. Oh, wait a sec. I've got to, sorry. I've got to take one out or else I can't put that one in. It's part of this whole thing. All right, here we go. All right, it's coming, guys. This is the best. Where are we going to finish this year?
I mean,
At the moment, I'm on the money. At the moment, I'm on the money.
You're both on the money.
Fine,
Carlton,
mate. Yeah,
I'm on the money too, I reckon we could finish 10th.
I reckon. Yeah, no, I reckon. Yeah, you two boys are doing well. I think we'd have to play pretty well to get there now.
Yeah, and you two
We're in
guys,
17th,
you just completely got this wrong, mate. Like you 9,
yeah,
14th.
Mark,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, 14th. You would have to fucking hell, man. Like, what's the,
I reckon we could get to 16th because we play West Coast again over here. So if we beat
you're not
them,
going to get. You'll probably get to 16th. Yeah, if you got.
I reckon
maybe.
we can jump them. I hope.
Hey,
Yeah,
do you
but
reckon
then-
that maybe Mark was saying that 9 times 2? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he was saying.
flip of the coin, Manny. Flip of the coin. Half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
9
he
times
missed
2.
the one
Wow.
in front. Yeah,
Wow.
19.
What an
Yeah.
illusion that is.
I think, yeah, Mark, you're the worst. You're the worst that one. Anyway,
Wow.
9th to 18th, man. Like that was bad. Tigers
Wow.
possibly
I thought it was
could
going to be a better year this year, boys. I thought it was going to be a better year than what I'm saying. So, yeah,
And,
pretty sad. Pretty sad.
If we did this 6 weeks ago, mate, I would have been way off. But now 6 weeks later, I'm not looking too bad. Yeah. Tell
Yeah. There you go.
Liam, he's dreaming. Peter said we'll finish 5th, 13th, and we're about that now.
I thought she was talking about the castle. I was getting excited. Telling me
About the what?
he's dreaming.
I tell him he's dreaming.
That's one of my favorite movies. I love that.
It is. That is one of the great Aussie movies, mate. The Castle.
Do you know what? Actually, Dad and I, we got to meet him. We got to meet Stephen Curry after the 2016 Grand Final. I'll send you guys the picture. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
That was a cool day.
Oh, the serenity.
All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All
Was the
right,
selection?
we got one more thing to do, and that's everyone's waiting for this. So we got all that.
I do actually need to Google the lyrics. I really don't know them.
Oh, you
And I
Google
don't want
it.
to
It's
Google.
money time.
Everyone, get ready. Get ready. Get your popcorn. Get your bloody chips. Get your drinks.
What's the? Will you give me the tune to start off? Actually, how can I not get the song, bros?
What's
Oh,
the
yeah,
tune,
actually,
Manny?
no, I
Give
got
him the
it.
tune.
Oh, come on, mate.
The good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side, we stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barrackers are shouting, as all barrackers should. All the premierships a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood. Hey, oh mate, I was
He's
out of
done
breath.
it. Well done. He's done it. He's done it. Well done.
That's
Oh, mate.
one song I could
The
never sing,
premiership's
mate.
a cakewalk. What?
Bugger that. I don't know how you done that, Liam,
What the
mate.
shit,
I would
son?
never sing the Collingwood theme song, buddy.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh,
But you
I'm
done
actually
well,
feeling-
mate.
I am feeling sick,
That's
man.
the bet,
And
Mark.
it's
You're
on the
gonna do
internet
it.
forever
That's
as
the
well.
bet. That's the bet. Hey, the premiership's a cakewalk. Very, very, very. You know that is.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking slavery days about that, man.
Well,
Whoa.
we didn't know that in our country, but obviously in other
Well,
countries
actually,
of the
that does
world.
track for Collingwood. They are known for that.
Ah, fuck.
Nah, I'll tell you a story off there. No, I won't say.
All right.
Unfortunately, they've already screen recorded it, so
Great.
that could go
Thanks so
viral.
much. Yep.
Yep.
Dog. Yeah, it's meant to be my friend as well, but all right. Yeah.
Hey, it's all fair in love and war, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, he reckons the lyrics should be for the good old Will Haywood.
I actually prefer that. That's fair. I love Will Haywood.
I would have thrown a Maui in there somewhere, Liam. I would have thrown some
Right.
Maui in there.
I don't.
All the
I don't
premierships
have
from
that hate for
Maui.
Maui.
Oh, that was good. Well done. Well done. All right. Been a big show. Been a good show. We got through a lot. We've achieved nothing except entertain these people for 3 hours, but we've achieved nothing. AFL's still fucked. They don't give a shit. They're ruining the game. Our teams are doing all right. Your two teams are doing shit house. It gives me great pleasure watching that. Thank you very much for everyone. Make sure, thank you very much, first of all, to Top Dog Liquor. Listen, it's such a good ad. I want to hear this again.
Top dog liquor, boozy and bold. Top dog liquor, boozy and bold. Top deals, top booze. We have everything you choose. Iron Bar, Keith's Coach, Strathdale, White Hills. Top dog liquor. Get a little punch.
Get a
He
little
plays that
punch.
at his pub now. He plays it on his socials. I'm telling you, hey Bo, I'm telling you, mate, we're onto something here. We're onto something here, mate, making ads for people.
Get a little punch.
Also, make sure you catch all the shows, of course. Tomorrow we got Selection Blues with me and Dylan. We might be going over the new coaches. I don't know. Dylan's deciding what we're going to talk about. But there'll be selection at 5:45, selection at 6:20. We'll go through the teams. I think it might be another week with no changes. And then we've got, of course, Game Day Live with Mars and Bo this week. Emergency meeting, Blue Sunday, then back to Monday Night Banter where we're going to pick the best biscuits in the world. And we've got a bit of a surprise. Everyone wanted to see some of my acting stuff. So they might be showing a few little pieces this week for everyone to watch. And then back to TJP and Forever Rivals. So make sure you join in to all those shows and make sure Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you do that. We need your likes. We don't ask for much. I don't want money. Oh, well, I do. But I don't want money. I don't want any of that. But like, share, and subscribe. That's all we ask for. Just a click of the button, man. So that's it. Thanks, everyone. Lana, great show again. Yep, always, man. As I said, I enjoy doing this show. I enjoy talking to the chat. Chat's the best thing, man. Hit the like button, everyone. Go, 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 go. Thank you very much, chat.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, chat.
What happened? Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
I forgot about it too until the chat reminded me. Yes.
All right.
Everyone's waiting, man. They're asking
Okay.
for.
All right.
Let's make it quick, Manny. Come on.
All right. I'll make it quick. All right. Why couldn't the lizard shag his girlfriend? He had a reptile dysfunction.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I like it when it's simple, mate.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I had a couple of critics, and then my son said to me, "Dad, one of your
He liked it.
one of your favorites, Lana. She hasn't been happy the last few weeks with the way you come across with these jokes. How about you maybe a couple of little ones, those short ones, this and that?" And I said, "Well, you know what? I will."
Lana's happy. Lana likes it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
That's the seal of approval.
That's good.
Seal of approval. She likes it. So
That's good.
that was actually not bad. If I chuckle, I didn't know what was coming. If I chuckle like that, that's a pretty good one.
Thanks very much.
You've been speaking to his missus.
Wait, what?
Good one, Manny. Short and sweet. That's what we like, man. A bit like Manny, short and sweet.
That's right. That's right.
So that was good. Lucky the chat reminded me. So thank you very much, the chat. Thank you everyone for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Go and watch your footy team, mate. And we'll see you next week. We always lose it. I've got to fix this. No, don't do it yet till I find my fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right. Now get ready. All right, everyone. Make sure we go the Mighty Blues. See you guys.
For him and himself and everyone.